Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have been out for a few days, and there are already some Pokemon, moves, and more that might be banned. Cyclizar is being looked at because of its move Shed Tail, which allows it to create substitutes and pass it out in the same turn to Pokemon being switched in. Last Respects, a new Ghost move that starts at 50 base power but can reach up to 300 base power is being looked at as well. Even Terastallization as a whole is on the radar for a potential ban. So let's take a closer look at these and a bunch of other Pokemon that might be banned in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet OU. So we're going to start with Cyclizar, which is basically being looked at because of the fact that it has Shed Tail plus Regenerator. Blender, what do you think about this Pokemon in general? You and CTC seem to think that it's just straight up inherently broken. I want to know like why.
No, we don't think that. We think this mon is all right, but Shed Tail is inherently broken.
But why? Because it's just a sub pass? I don't see the difference.
Getting a sub in on... because first of all, this thing's very fast, so you're usually getting a sub off, and it's got actually pretty good resistances, being part dragon, and you can be immune to Shadow Ball. Like, it's not bad. This is not bad in terms of passing. You can pass to a lot of targets. You can pass to fighting resists, right? That come in on fighting moves. You can go to fire types on fairy moves. You know, fire types on ice moves. Anything like neutral hits, like the common neutral hits. Fighting, ground. I feel
like, I mean, that's the way I use it too, though. Like, I don't, like, I just bring it out and pass to something everywhere. But I use it like teleport, you know? Except you're obviously faster and you get to see what they do.
Except obviously you're faster and your guy comes in for free.
Yeah, I mean, I see why. Like, I see why they're putting
your guy takes a hit. Teleport, one of the guys has to take a hit. But this allows both guys to be safe. You know? And it's dual purpose because setup guys can sweep.
It's like a weird mon. Like, I don't understand what is the right way to deal with this besides having a mon with whirlwind in front. Like, if you have a ground type in front and they Shed Tail the flying type, now what?
Yeah, I think it definitely.
Are you gonna always have Stone Edge and are you gonna always predict that shit? No.
On balance, maybe U-turn's better, but I would always run Taunt because
running both of these shits. I like both of them because U-turn lets you get back your Regenerator over and over.
Very
again.
easily, yeah.
That's why on balance. I mean, on offense, you're not switching out. On offense, you're just setting up one time.
This is my favorite set right here, though. Like, I agree with heavy duty boots.
I played it like once or twice on offense. It was pretty good.
Like, the offense guy, he probably just comes in and sets up once, and he has citrus berry.
I liked him on the team we used though. I felt like he was pretty good at getting off rapid spins.
Yeah, but that was like more balanced.
So, in my opinion,
he was good at that role though.
Yeah, he's good at getting hazards off and keeping momentum.
That's the big thing too. Yeah, that's the big thing too. Like, it's faster than Roaring Moon, which is pretty big. Yeah. And also, I personally, like I said, I like U-turn just because you get the Regenerator back. I think it works better on not offense unless you lead off with it.
Not offense, yeah, and go on balance, yeah.
Exactly,
and
exactly.
There's a reason because Shed Tail is such a threat. They have to keep you whenever you're above half. They can't switch out willy-nilly, so that you keep them staying in. And when you keep them staying in while you turn out, that's momentum for you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It's not like it's not an offensive threat, right? It's utility. It has shift gear and all that stuff, but I feel like that's not explored right now just because.
Oh, but knockoff is huge.
Exactly.
This thing can get free knocks off and free U-turns.
Exactly. So exactly. So Goldengo is one of the best switch-ins, right? In terms of like if you want to try and rapid spin, because everybody expects this thing to rapid spin, so you knock it off. Yeah, you knock off its Choice Scarf. You still hit Flutter Mane for some decent damage too. I just think that the only reason people think it's as crazy as it is because everybody's running crazy offense right now, and I think it works best on balance.
No, because setup sweepers, when Terastallized can sweep 6-0, and then when you give them a sub, it becomes half as hard.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely prediction involved, like similar to how, you know, would Aegis/King Shield or not, like back in the day, right? Versus are they going to go out to, like you said, the Flyer on Earthquake?
No, the thing is, with a sub guy, you're potentially giving up plus like 2 turns, because think about Dragon Dark guy, what's his name? Roaring Moon, for example.
Yeah.
Right? If they Terastallize versus they don't Terastallize into flying, you need to predict already.
That is already the mind game, right?
And they already have that, and then they have sub. And if you pass it to sub, Quagsire loses to it now.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Acro will outmuscle you because Recover only has 8 now.
That's why I think
where if you give him a free sub, it's got 5 moves basically.
Yeah, that's why I think it actually, if you are a Cyclizar user as well, and you're fighting a Cyclizar and they have offense, you're better off when you have balance, because if I can pass to Corviknight on the ground type and bulk up, or I can pass to this, I like it better in the balance matchup versus the offense matchup.
If you have offense versus offense, if you have Cyclizar, are you more favored because it's about who is up in sacks first?
It's hard to say, mainly because If
just trying to
you take into account terrestrializing, right? So let's say you take into account terrestrializing, you become steel type, and I think steel type is the best you can terrestrialize it to because you can terrestrialize in front of Flutter Mane and it can't kill you, right? Like ever, it can't kill you ever because it doesn't have the stab Moonblast versus you. Then you're up, but obviously then you also can't switch into weaker moves because now you're weak to like ground and things like that too. So it's hard.
Steel's still amazing. Steel with regenerator is still amazing.
Oh yeah, steel regenerator is beautiful. You have so much utility out of that too. Like I said, this is my favorite set.
Yeah.
I liked it better than Taunt.
I would never blow the Terra on this guy.
It's hard. It's hard to
That's
say.
why I don't even like running this guy on offense. I like him on balance, but
Exactly.
offense, I don't know.
He's good on balance. Yeah,
Yeah,
offense.
I like having a strong guy or a hazards guy or something, but like in offense, I don't care about spinning as much as I care about killing them on in front of me, so I can be up.
Exactly. My
balance, he's heat. That's what I think.
Yeah, my first team I made with this guy, I had Choice Band Breloom and like low kicks and stuff. So getting in Choice Band Breloom behind a sub was the best situation because Breloom's strong but slow, right? If you're not going for Mach Punch, it's strong but slow. So if they bring out something, I get a free close combat or free bullet seed. It was great, and then it was harder to use it for spinning and for doing anything. The sub almost always broke. That's the big thing too. The sub almost always breaks on offense. I want to keep that in mind because all these mons, Flutter Mane, Roaring Moon, that look like they should be flying type because or have levitate because of their previous ones, they don't, right? So usually strong moves. I don't think you get as many free subs.
Going on
exactly,
right now,
exactly.
All these shits get hit by
you get Clogzire, you got Quagsire, you got the Iron Tusks, exactly. Great Treads, exactly.
Joint.
Yeah, Donovan there too, exactly.
Ground moves are rampant. Right up.
Yeah, and even like flying moves like
rampant.
exactly. Brave Bird from Corviknight.
Two good flying types. There's Corv and there's Dragonite.
Exactly, and that's why I think you make better use of this Pokemon on the balance versus offense matchup because if I can bring out Corviknight on your Great Tusk, you can't break my sub. You can't break my sub at all.
Also, you can just support him way better. Like with the team we used with the double regen, chili reception.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Core,
it was
super nice. Like super easy to get him healthy. Easy to spin. Dragon normal's really good. This guy's defenses are garbage, right? But even with max HP and just being this fast, he gets.
This should actually break stall just by having more
just be existing exactly and knock off utility.
Knock the shit off and then switch between two generators.
Knock off and rapid spin are like fucking rare items, like rare $1 million like prizes.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Also,
one guy owns Goldango too, because you hit him on the switch with knock or whatever the case is.
Yeah, exactly. Now you can definitely customize the EV spread though to live like. Jet Punch and things like that to Terrestrialize.
That's what I was gonna say. I was thinking about a slower set so you can switch into Jet Punch easier, but also in Cyclozar Mirror, you want to be fast.
Exactly, and also
you want to be slower in the mirror. You want to be slower in the mirror, don't you?
You want to be slower in the mirror, but in the Roaring Moon offense matchup, you want to be faster than Roaring Moon.
True. Yeah, we had some good luck going for U-turn on Roaring Moon and shit like that.
Exactly. So like also, guys, we're gonna be talking about Terrestrial.
371. So you want to drop it to 371?
Maybe that can work. Maybe I can see that. We also
just underspeed other Cyclozar by 1.
Exactly. We also have what's it called? We're gonna be talking about Terrestrializing because that's something also on the radar at the end, guys. And we're going to go through all these Pokemon. I'll leave the thread down below also. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to me, subscribe to Blunder as well. His link is down below. We're having a lot of Pokemon Scarlet Violet content. Also, if you want to pick up Pokemon Scarlet Violet and support me, I have Best Buy affiliate link down below. But I think that's pretty good for Cyclozar. Like overall, it's great. I think, like I said, it's better for balance. It's better for fatter teams. But on offense versus offense, it's crazy. But this is...
give this mon a grade right now.
Okay.
Shed guy, it's between B+ to A-.
Yes.
Probably B+.
I agree with you.
He's A for sure. He's A for sure. This move is insane, especially because he's one of the fastest guys in the meta. I think he's A for sure because of the move. And just,
A for sure, I would say A for sure are later mons, but we'll see. I'll say A- B+ around there.
Okay.
Not quite A for sure.
Yeah, fair. I realize that we're comparing this to only the mons
that are broke. Exactly, that are on the list.
Fair.
So this is actually
he's the least of
you
issues.
You gotta understand there's behemoths in this gen.
Exactly.
The next guy. Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about Flutter Mane. Probably the one that's on most people's radar.
That's number 1.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that it is. Let's talk about the few things with it, right? So it's Fairy Ghost, right? It has Moonblast, which is amazing. It has Shadow Ball. Ghost is super spammable, especially with Moonblast. Mystical Fire.
This is what Dragon Ball thinks he is.
Yeah.
literally. Not to mention it can sub-calm mind, which is actually really good because of its special defense, and it forces a lot of switches.
On HO, the sub-calm mind with the booster is...
Yes, that's the big thing I want to talk about too. Booster energy. So the way booster energy works is it activates once. I've seen people use this on Sun, by the way.
I think this item's broken.
Yeah, I like terrasting steel, fire, and normal.
Yeah,
like,
normal's so good. Normal's so good because you win the mirror, right?
I mean, you win the mirror with steel and fire. Actually, I don't know.
No,
I like becoming steel for sure.
Yeah, I usually become steel, but sometimes if I'm Corv weak, I go fire.
Oh, so you could beat Corviknight 1v1, which otherwise Spadef
Yeah, I
Corviknight can wall
lost
you.
a fire one yesterday because he turned into fire and resisted BP or whatever.
Yeah, like I said, when I use it, and I haven't used it that much, but I like terastallizing normal because I always win
Oh
the
yeah,
mirror.
normal's really nice too. Agreed.
You win the mirror, and you also like obviously make it rain from Goldango can knock you out, but they can't spam Shadow Ball versus you. I think
sure, for
I've
sure.
I've seen this ran a lot on Torkoal
Also,
teams.
you beat opposing Flutter main.
Exact. That's the
On what?
the mirror.
All teams you said?
On Torkoal teams. So on Sun teams, because when Sunny Day activates, your photosynthesis is always activating every single time
Yeah,
you come in.
Torkoal teams on average lose 2 months to my sesh.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I think Torkoal's
We'll be headlong rushing everybody.
I think Torkoal's really bad right now. I personally I don't like
you
it.
will lead Torkoal and then you'll go, damn it.
I mean, maybe you should run a eject button Torkoal. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. But this
No,
mon
the
itself.
only good Torkoal is Specs Torkoal in my Trick Room Sun team.
Okay, that's
In
last
fact-
generation.
In fact, there's actually only one
No,
Torkoal
no,
ever
this
in
generation.
world
I literally
that's
made
good.
a
It's actually on that
Specs
team.
Sun. Yeah, and we won. Anyways, Flutter, last mon usually side shock, but you know, T-Wave, all that stupid.
Yeah, you can run a lot.
shit.
Memento as well if you want to throw out your mon type of thing.
Yeah, or Pain Split.
Super
Look
whack
at it.
on someone this powerful.
Yeah, I agree. But you can use
I
Choice
like
Scarf.
Subcall Mind a lot. I
Pokemon
thought
on offense is a
I
menace.
thought Subcall Mind wouldn't be able to get the job done, but this guy forces out mad threats, and then also the Spadef is so good that you set up easy. On
Also,
you-
Terrasalize makes his job easier setting up.
Do you use Psyshock on
Never
Calm Mind, or do you still use
Terrestrial
Moonblast
Sub-
Shadow
no.
Ball?
Just
Nah,
Calm Mind
double
stab.
stab, double
Just
stab,
Calm Mind
double
sub
stab.
Calm Mind stab.
If they have Clodsire, I just accept the L if they have EQ. That's what I do.
Well,
Yeah.
Clodsire walls all set, so it's not like it's changing
No,
anything.
Clodsire loses if you drop the Spadef and they have like Sludge Bomb or something. You can win.
Yeah.
Oh, also behind the sub. Oh, sometimes I go flying to beat Clodsire, and then you just keep Shadow Ball.
That's fair. You just you fish because they can't recover enough because they only have 8 PP.
Yeah, they can't recover enough. Yeah, you just
steal.
run flying.
You're steal on the sub CM one, right?
It depends. On one team, I had flying, but on that one, it's steel. The sub CM one.
I liked steal too. It's just nice to wall other Flutter main too.
Yeah,
The Shadow
steel
Ball
walls
doesn't do
everything.
shit, and Moonblast is obviously resisted.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, we had one game I showed you the replay of where, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. But I beat or weakened Flutter main. Its biggest thing is like the biggest drawback for it is obviously 55 HP, 55 defense. Right? Once you knock it out, it's like once you
give
get
you
it
a
low,
tidbit.
it dies to everything.
Let me just demonstrate how weak this is. All right. The shit came in on rock, so it was 88%, right?
Yes.
And then one singular bullet seed killed that shit with a crit
Crit.
from Van Breland.
But also
One singular
jet
seed.
punch.
One singular seed killed Flutter main.
I have this this replay right here as well, where and I'll show it real quick. But where we were trading spikes versus each other, and obviously I have a spinner and my opponent doesn't, so I have Cyclizar, which is something we talked about, heavy duty boots.
It's been forever.
Yeah, so basically I ended up killing the Garchomp. I ended up at like 70 something %, and then Moonblast is super free versus my team with hazards up, so they had to go Flutter main here. So like it's, they obviously had the energy booster, but I terrastallize here. I terrastallize Steel because you had to click Moonblast.
I
Exactly.
remember you showed me this game, and
Exactly.
then he dies to poison, and he's fucked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's just to show that's a Quagsire's 206 attack Earthquake. Like that's a Quagsire doing 64.
His death wise, he doesn't live anything. Like
Yeah.
I remember
It's
so many
funny.
times I was like, oh, will it live Shadow Sneak? And then it's like 110% minimum.
Yeah.
So you know what's funny now? I think it's time to start running boots everything because of the Elite HO meta.
Glamora has gone rogue. It's time. It's time.
I just think
sounds
this mon
correct.
is it's really hard to switch into his dual stab, and this is one of the mons that you either you have your defensive options like I showed before on
Yeah.
your terrastalizing mons, or you just beat it with priority, right?
Only like 2-3 mons beside the Chansey, the Salt Bro, the fucking the AVT Tar.
oh yeah, salt's
and-
the death with the Garganackle with its purifying salt ability. Yeah,
Garganackle
it
with the
resists.
Salt move owns this so bad. Because
And
if
what
you
else?
Terra
No,
Steel,
no.
then
And Clodsire. Like 5 mons in the meta beat this. Everything else loses.
Yeah, you either have to, and yeah, if it comes in and it doesn't get its ability, you know it's choiced in a way. So you.
X is actually a big ass threat.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely.
like
And that's
to
what I want to say, because when it comes in and it doesn't get photosynthesis, and right, it's not on sun, so I know that it's not booster energy. Again, remember, for those that don't know, booster energy is a one turn thing. It's a 1 turn use, but if you're in
If not
sun,
one
you always
turn
get
use,
it.
it would have been banned.
Yeah,
0
easily.
seconds.
So when it comes in, it takes nothing.
download.
Free download every time. When it comes in and I see this, I automatically assume Choice Scarf, but Choice Specs is something that can easily be there, right? Like I've run Spadef Spadef Corvi, and Spadef Corvi does not take
Alright.
choice specs hits.
You know how much Shadow Ball does to Corv?
Around like 48.
No, it does over 50. That happened because I switched in. I'm like, what the fuck?
Are they
It does
were they
over 50?
were they modest?
I think it might have been modest. It was Shadow Ball.
Okay, yeah.
Are you
And
dead
that was
ass?
for Def too. I'm like, what?
I feel like that's not possible.
Yeah, I think
It's
it,
gotta be
I think it had to be
modest.
modest.
It's gotta be
I think it had to be modest.
Because yeah, okay.
Yeah, because otherwise, like I was taking like 48, 44, 49 type of thing, but
And-
never over 50.
And this piece of shit has made me use mirror armor.
Yes, that's what I want to mention
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah,
That's what I
mirror
want to
armor
mention
now.
too. I think pressure is incredible right now, obviously especially because you're limited to your 8 roosts. But versus this mon in particular, mirror armor is beautiful.
Yeah, on stall you want to use pressure, but on like balance when your Spadef Corv is your Flutter main switch in, you definitely want the
I will argue though on balances with Corviknight plus Cyclizar, pressure's better because a lot of the moves that can break Corviknight's sub take 2 hits, so you'll end up taking 4 from the opponent. Like I stalled at a Garchomp's Fire Blast like easily, because it had to go for it behind sub. But yeah, this mon in general, the big thing, high speed when it comes in, the booster energy. Obviously, you see it on Sun.
This will get banned.
Yeah.
This will get banned because the coverage is too insane. Look at Dragapult's coverage. Dragapult doesn't even have the other move.
Dragapult-
hardly click. It just clicks Shadow Ball. This
And
boy,
that special attack is so damn weak.
you know what this did? What they did? They combined Lele and fucking Specs Pult. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
is Specs
Literally,
Lele Pult.
yeah. I agree with
And it
that.
even has Side Shock to rub it in. Come on now.
Yeah, and the reason it's
I
such
should try it.
it's good. It's good. The issue with
No,
specs
not it.
is that it's obviously versus choice scarf mons and stuff. Like if you're using specs, I just use it on Sun. Like as bad
Yeah,
as
I use Scarf more, but sometimes when you just use specs and you're like in the mid game and you're just clicking the freest Moonblast of all time, you're like, damn, this shit is cheap.
yeah, it's really
cheap.
yeah.
They Terrestrialize Steel and they still take half. And
Yeah.
it's like, this is so cheap, bro.
Yeah. Again, I
This
mean,
is getting banned.
it's the reason why priority is also so not. This mon in particular is like
Scizor is a boss because of this.
Yeah.
Literally. Scizor is a goat because of this.
it's one of the sleepers. I might actually make a video on like top 5 sleepers of the meta, top 10 sleepers of the meta. Scissors are definitely up there. I agree.
he's
I use a lot of low kicks. I use a lot of Braylon. I use a lot of.
I just like
Yeah,
to
those are all
say,
good mons.
I just like to say that video evidence shows that I was the first to call Flutter Main broken last week. And said that it would be the first ban.
we saw
Congratulations.
135.
Yeah.
I know, but
I was like, let me sit on it. Maybe unresisted Shadow Ball coming off of 135 with
Yeah,
unrivaled
the real
speed.
the real situation was like CTC and me were saying this mon is, and then Blunder just
and I have my truth.
Blunder
You have
screamed
your
out
truth, and
broken.
I have my truth. Just know the video evidence shows the real truth.
Video evidence shows that you said it out loud, but everybody and their mom was thinking it.
this mon is an A+ mon. If I had to give it a grade, A+.
There's an S. This is one of the, this is the
He's
best
the best
mon
one
in
in
the
the tier.
tier.
I was thinking about the American grading system,
Okay,
where,
the American grading system.
where
A+,
I've never
A+.
gotten S on a test.
96
Okay,
A
fine,
plus
fine,
in
fine. There's
America.
A plus mon. There's A plus.
This is S. No, this is a S. This is
Fine.
the number one
Okay,
on the
fine.
tier.
That's
He has to be S.
it's not a grade, then
Yeah.
it's a rank. It's a rank then. Fine, it's S rank.
Because he's better than everybody, so he has to be S.
This is S rank. Cyclizar's A rank. All right.
The
Okay,
let's go
Palafin
to
is,
Palafin. So to explain it
yeah,
really
he
quickly, so I'll look at what they say right here as
Palafin
well.
is Rillaboom.
Yeah, I can see it. So basically, Palafin starts in this little dolphin mode, and the only way to get into this mode is just to switch out from 0 to hero, literally. So you can either hard switch or you can go for flip turn. This thing has a lot of buffs this gen, even though it just existed, but it's really buffed by the fact that there's no scald, so nothing can be burnt. So it's even good versus water types.
All water types. What water physical attacker ever beat bulky waters? That doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Doesn't
It's never.
exist.
Yep.
And
Yep.
now it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Not
you run
all of
this,
them do.
you got
Not
broken
this.
Jet Punch, which is 60 base power priority.
Jet Punch is broken.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, any strong priority move is broken.
You have-
This guy
you
also
Are
has
broken.
lightning
This is
attack.
like Eat Killer on a water type.
Literally.
That's what it feels like.
Literally. So you have this. So you basically you lead this dolphin, which is worse, and then look at this guy's stats. It's 160 attack, 100.
Bulk is ridiculously
Bulk
good,
is
too.
really good too, exactly. And you usually run close
Ridiculous.
combat, Jet Punch, Wave Crash, and
Last
then you can
move
run
is usually Zen.
Zen for
Zen,
Pex.
Pex and Amoonguss in one.
Yeah,
Pex,
exactly.
Amoonguss, Clodsire, all three of them get.
All three
one,
get cooked
in
by that, so
one.
you
Hey,
need Zen. That's we realize Zen is.
But I hate missing, so sometimes I run Ice Punch just to clock the Clodsire.
Which is fair. I think that's fair too, because
And it
I,
literally
Wave
Okos,
Crash,
literally
Wave
Okos
Crash I
combat.
really like on Banded. I like it more than Flip Turn. I just like hard switching.
I don't like Flip Turn at all because I just go out to my Rocky Helmet Mon and
Yeah, I don't like Flip Turn either, but I like Wave Crash because if I trade Palafin, at least the Mon in front of me is probably gonna die.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
it's
think
so weird.
I don't think flip turn's very good personally. I think
Helmet's broken
there's
right now.
there's
Bad.
but I don't think there's any situation for
I
me
just like
personally
Quake
where I
better.
rather switch than at least get off like a 20% with a resisted close
Well,
combat.
the thing is,
I'll
you
just
can
get
go to your
punch.
Rocky Helmet Mon. But if its name is not Among Us or Pex, it's getting 20% chipped.
Jet
Exactly.
Anyway.
It's
Exactly.
getting 20% chipped by flip turn.
I also want to mention
Yeah,
that this
that's
is one of the Pokemon that terrestrializes into its type very often because making
Yeah.
Jet Punch even stronger, 2 times instead of 1.5, is insane for it, right? And you still
Okay,
obviously have. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say one guy beat me with Terra fighting because like obviously he needed a sucker punch resist, but that set is also really, really hard to beat because it's banded close combat. It's like super Urshifu.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. This is probably my favorite set on it. But the other set that I think is really, really nasty is the Leftovers bulk up set.
Yeah.
With
But
taunt.
Banded is really good.
It runs like
The
taunt.
leftover bulk up set is imagine the bulk up. I mean, imagine the SD tank Rillaboom towards the end of Gen 8.
Yeah.
But give that shit bulk up.
Yeah, and then
And-
then
and
make,
get
make
rid
it.
of Scald, too.
Yeah, exactly. Make it never fear Scald.
And get rid of Skull, get rid of all
Make it not
Zapdos
fear
and
status.
Electrics.
Make it not fear status. That's
Exactly.
literally like
Yeah. This mon will bulk up. I mean, it already has great HP, great defenses, right? And pretty decent speed, and that's the priority for it too. You taunt so
get
Pex can never haze you.
Yeah.
You bulk up in front of Pex. This one you can actually terrestrialize to anything, I feel. Like, you don't
I'm
need
just
to be
waiting on
water.
this thing's daddy to show back up in the tier. Zapdos.
cart.
And Cart.
But
and
even
Zapdos.
Zap, like, will be easily 2 KO by Wave Crash.
Zap is definitely this thing's dad. If because you're gonna blow it away with discharge and it's gonna paralyze itself.
And it's gonna paralyze itself.
Yeah.
What if I just start terrestrializing grounding? Like, what's the...
No, Terraform is gonna be gone way before then.
Oh,
Sure.
wait,
Terrestrialize
hey,
leaving next week,
hey,
sir.
leave that. No, terrestrializing. I know for a fact they said that they're gonna.
really gonna try to keep it. They
Yeah,
said they're really gonna
exactly.
try.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about it at the end of this, like after we go through all the mons. But I personally feel I like the way they're approaching it. They're looking at the mons first before
I
banning
think it's
the
honest way of
entirety.
looking at it.
I agree. But
But
yeah,
they don't want their site to die, so they need to realize this time.
that's another video to make. My Smogon is dying. But going on, this is another really, really good set. Very, very hard to break. Like it's very hard to break. How do you
Very hard to
usually
break.
how do you usually deal with this? It's just you have to terrestrialize defensively your special attack.
a lot of them
Usually you just go to your Rocky Helmet Mon. If you're in sand, any Rocky Helmet beats this. You just keep attacking. But like
unaware Claude, if it has Sludge Bomb, beats this.
That's what I thought,
I mean, not
too.
unaware. Sorry, Water Absorb.
Yeah,
if it
Water
has Sludge
Absorb. Yeah,
Bomb,
yeah, yeah.
I believe it beats this.
and Among Us beats this. Pex with the Sludge Bomb beats this.
Sludge Bomb beats this.
Yeah, how many
Slowbro in my head beats this. With just
Slowbro.
psychic. But I haven't tried it and.
Yeah, but but everybody runs Future Sight instead of Psychic. But with Psychic, it beats this for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, you can terrestrialize as well.
What about Foul Play Future Sight? Would that beat it for sure?
If it's bulking up, it's beating it. It's raising its defense, but maybe
Raise my defense just
the
to
lower.
raise my.
Thank you for this. Classic.
This set is good, but me and CTC were just talking about how in like the last 24 hours, everybody has started spamming this set to where it's now people are using Amoonguses and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That's what
they're
exactly.
starting to
I
be
just
like,
run
oh,
Ban,
this
bro.
one-
I just run Ban and I take them out.
I like Band a lot because it's like Band has no counterplay. This feels like the real Dracovish.
Legitimately, this is the mon that would always do 60% to you regardless of resistance stuff. This is the mon that I defensively Dynamax. Wow, defensively terrestrialize versus in order to beat a lot of the time.
This is better versus offense than Stall.
Easily.
That shit has a lot of answers for this.
Because
But in
yeah.
meta, the reason it seems so good is because meta is so offensive.
Yeah.
This is the greatest revenge killer of all time.
It's like last gen, in the beginning of last gen, I remember using Bandit Rillaboom on every team, and that shit fucking cleaned every end game.
And then it fell
This is
off.
how it feels.
Yeah, and then it fell off towards like the middle, and then obviously SD came back. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, literally. That's the Rillaboom arc. It was Bandit domination early when everybody's using offense, and then it fell off, and then SD tank came back on.
Yeah.
But throughout the entire year, SD LO was the scariest set. But for Finn, we're yet to find out. I feel like this doesn't get SD, right?
No, it does not. I was looking through it as well.
Unfortunately. Then
God,
yeah,
it's
we'll go-
SD. Then it's literally Water RCS EQ.
Yeah, literally.
You would have
Yeah.
had to go.
why the fuck does it not get SD? This like
You're right.
This is like the
Doesn't have
most
enough
swords
broken
dancing in
moves yet.
Pokemon. It's the most.
Yeah, he
If
looks like
anything gets
Superman.
SD, he should get SD.
I love the idea behind this Pokemon too because I'm never
Look at
fearing.
Victory Dance. He looks victorious in his art.
Yeah, I just don't like the transition from Palafin to this guy. There's not even an evolution or whatever, and he goes from an actual animal dolphin to a fucking human.
It's a hero. It's like Clark Kent to Superman, or it's like Neo. It's like Neo Spatian.
Bro is not accepting the lore.
Bro, fucking grow appendages and stand up and.
Look, man. It's a disguise. The dolphin's a disguise. It's the heart. It's the heart of a hero. From zero to hero. Come on, we all love a hero story. Also, it looks like
after the fight, it goes back to coward mode.
Yes, it's like my work here is done, and then it goes back inside the heart. It looks like.
But what if so hear me out. What if I go, okay, this fight is over, but I actually have one Mon barely alive with 1%, and then you go back to pussy mode, and then boom, I send out my last non Pikachu. Now I'm faster than you, kill you.
Well, the speed tier. Wait,
cheated.
right, brother. I think you're misunderstanding how this Pokemon works. Because the speed tier.
I don't understand. I verbally say you have won. This battle has ended.
No.
No,
if you look at it, brother, you're.
He's pulling out the 7th Mon, bro. He cheated.
Look, your speed. Yeah, he is cheating.
Bro had the 7th Pokemon.
Your speed doesn't change though. Your speed doesn't change. It has 100 speed always. It has 100 speed, 100 HP.
I mean, I tank it. I take the hit now.
I think Jolly's not worth it. I think
Jolly's not worth it. Adamant always. Adamant.
Of attack. I mean, it's like a Rillaboom Banded versus Jolly contest, but I always.
In this metagame, in a priority metagame, I agree. I think Adamant's great too. Like this increase is insane, by the way, from 70 to 160, insane.
They gave him 200 BST.
Yeah.
They doubled his special attack too, just to make it seem like they gave him bullshit, and he's still.
Yeah. I mean,
did he get any special moves?
Dude, Boomburst. Wait a second. Boomburst terrestrializing normal actually sounds like a decent set. That'll beat Amoonguss and.
If you were Life Orb No. If you were Life Orb Boomburst and you terrestrialize normal, you'd beat all of Amoonguss Slowbro Pex. That's funny as shit.
And Palace. Yeah, I might actually try that set. I think that set's actually legitimate. I didn't even know it had Boomburst until right now.
It's actually hilarious.
Wait, what gets Boomburst?
This thing gets Boomburst.
Normal Boomburst and Life Orb, you'd kill Pex, Amoonguss, all them.
Yeah, kill.
No, you do.
Dude, 2 KO, because it's stab, Boomburst, Life Orb. And
dude, I'll run the calc right now.
Why don't we just run specs this shit?
That's what I'm saying.
106 special attack is balls.
No, it's 116.
It's 106, not 116.
Look, bro. Look, it's
stronger than Krillwatt, which you
run. Then we run Krill or.
Bro, it's stronger than X-Cloud. Okay, so
it's literally stronger than X-Cloud.
So you go Amoonguss defensive. Boomburst does 81 and 96.
This is with specs though to this bold ass set.
I mean,
this is specs normal. This is specs normal.
They are.
They are literally bold though. Yeah, they have to be. Look, dude, if they're called max, Boomburst 2 shots.
That's what I'm saying. There's no chance in hell a stab life or Boomburst off 106 special attack.
Did we just create a very viable set in the middle of this call? Only here on pokeaimMD. Make sure you subscribe.
We may have. This might be insane.
Because like you can still, bro. But look.
Life Orb, put him on like some cheese. I don't know.
Like the thing is too, you still have 320 attack uninvested. Like,
but this would just be like a really, really insane
wall breaker.
Wait, you need max special attack?
I would run max special attack just to have the strong Boomburst.
0 special attack and still 2 KO them. Hold on.
Hell no.
Oh.
No, bro.
I didn't know Joe had max special attack.
What are you talking
about? Well, I mean, actually, zero special attack, almost 2 KOs with Stealth Rock.
You're doing Spadef. You're cucking Spadef. So Spadef gets OHKO'd by any physical ice or whatever.
Wave Crash will 2 KO the shit anyway, so they're probably Fizdef. You're right. I mean, you're right.
Fizdef gets gooped by.
I think at the most you need maybe like 24 special attack.
No, you need 0. You need 0.
Yeah, 0. Literally, look, it's right here. It's right here on screen. 57 to 67. That's crazy.
What about Toxapex? What does he take?
Toxapex is 2-shot too.
Ownage.
Easily.
With 0? Well, but then you have to terrestrialize into normal, which sucks.
Which I think it's just an option. You just go max attack, max that.
It's not ideal, but it's not like you're gonna lose your water stabs.
Yeah, it's like.
Wait. You know what you can do? Oh fuck.
You literally go, dude. You literally go naive Life Orb.
You need Orb. Yeah.
I was gonna say we can use the punching item.
Oh, gloves? I haven't seen that shit once yet.
Yeah, it's not because it doesn't boost post combat like we thought it does.
No, because everybody goes to their helmet guy on this guy, and it boosts Jet Punch and it boosts Ice Punch, and you can Boom Burst, with some special attack investment because you get the.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I'll be honest though. I could actually see specs just being crazy though. I don't see why. There's nothing wrong with terrestrializing normal. Like you have it learns Hydro Pump. It gets Flip Turn. It gets Ice Beam.
So Iron
Bundle. Wait, why don't we terrestrialize Zen Headbutt then? or is Terrasilize?
Because Rocky Helmet, because missing. Like Boom Burst
I
is
know,
just...
but we had that item, the punching
Glove.
item. Yeah, the glove.
Well, glove only works for items that are punching.
I
I
don't
know,
know.
but who
then
cares?
would
But,
still
but
take
all
recoil,
it does is stop the helmet because our stab psychic move is 2KOing all those poisons anyways with no recoil.
That's actually not a bad idea.
And you don't get recoil on your hits to Corviknight, which is a huge switch into this too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I just think that like Boom Burst actually has a lot of
I know,
utility on this.
but looking at Boom Burst, I'm like, helmet's pussy too, and I'm taking recoil from Life Orb, and like, I don't know. I'd rather go full physical. Or Specs.
I just think you go Specs. I literally think you go Specs.
Respect.
fuck it.
It would have a niche over Iron Bundle because this thing's bulky as shit.
Exactly. So that's
And
one of the options.
Unexpected.
How do you
So,
rate?
Jet
I'm gonna
Punch,
cook with that. I'm gonna cook with specs.
Yeah,
Jet
I think it's good.
Punch, Flip Turn, Boom Burst.
I think I'm gonna use Specs when I make a video on it.
What's the last move? Ice Beam?
You either go Ice Beam or you can still go.
He gets Aura Sphere. He gets Focus Blast. He gets everything.
Yeah, dude has moves.
He has moves. You got the moves for real.
Yeah.
Alright, let's keep going.
So how do you rate it? How would you rank it? A,
This shit
A
is
plus.
at the tippity top with Flutter Mane, just a little bit below.
Yeah, he's right below. He's A plus.
Okay. Roaring Moon.
He's last.
Now,
Yeah.
Dark Dragon. Now I'm gonna be honest. When I fight this thing, the thing it always runs is it runs Booster Energy and it runs Acrobatics and it Terrastalizes Flying type.
Every single time.
Because this
Literally-
thing's own typing is so shit. It has to turn
Dragon
into
Dark
tornadoes.
with a non-levitate is so garbage.
No,
Garbage.
you know what? You know
I'm
what?
telling you.
It's not even. It's not even.
So shit,
It's
dude.
not even
Every-
non-levitate, dude. It's Dragon Dark physical. Like Dragon Dark special has Dark Pulse and Draco Meteor. Dragon
Dude,
Dark
the thing is,
physical.
there's not a single EQ from anyone that doesn't 2 KO this shit.
Easily.
Even with its high ass HP, his defense is so bad. Every
Also-
EQ 2 KOs and flips this.
Also, if he has fucking knockoff plus scale shot, it would be usable.
He has scale shot.
He has scale shot, but
SD.
He has scale shot, but no knock, unfortunately.
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah,
get Swords
but
Dance.
if it gets SD, scale shot, knock, it
Yeah.
would be amazing.
This is literally
OP as shit. That's a new guard charm.
this is literally the standard set that I see all the time. Dragon
Yeah,
Dance,
and then
Earthquake,
they-
and then sometimes I see
Acro.
scale shot. Sometimes I see acro. Sometimes I see crunch.
Taunt? Is taunt on there?
I see
No,
taunt.
Taunt's not that good
Yeah, like-
because it's
okay,
not
okay.
that. I tried Taunt, but like it's too frail.
I
But
think-
Taunt's good for stall.
I was
for, like,
saying that
for, like
this
core.
guy once Terrastalize gets banned, this shit is not that crazy.
I don't think it's that
His
great.
ass.
No, it's
Yeah.
not ass.
I think initially,
nasty
I think
ass.
I think initially it's very strong, right? That's the big thing, right? Like
This flying one is really OP.
I'm
That's
never
what it is.
scared of this because
I'm never scared of this either. I've literally never been swept by this. It's killed like 2 max. I've never not been able to overpressure it with priority. It's
Yeah,
so
because
frail.
being physically frail is shit. Even
Being-
Iron Valiant.
Every
thing.
team Mach Punch, Bullet Punch, bro. I made Scizor pure steel, Bullet Punch, like O-code it. So it was,
Oko, bro.
I switched it on Acro. It did 65, and I just O-code him with Bullet Punch.
yeah,
As I
that's
so
it.
It's just,
And you can run
he's
less.
manageable. He's a lot more manageable than I thought.
I agree.
you know?
I agree completely.
A1, I was like shitting my pants. I was like, this is definitely the most
Alright.
broken shit of all time. But
I just think it doesn't get kills as often as it could.
And I
yeah.
was in a builder for like 50 minutes trying to make his other sets work. 55 special attack means no special moves work.
Literally.
my
Alright.
special attack is
Taunt's
so
not that
beyond
good.
shit.
So
Roost
they-
is like Roost, but you need Terrastalize to get better typing, brother.
Roost? I didn't know that.
It gets
It has Taunt and
and
Roost.
Roost. It has Roost and it also has U-turn. So like let's see what they say here. So
Yeah, I thought about Banded, but I never used
But
it.
it stabs in its moves. Every time I'm locked into 3 moves, I'm like, all 3 moves are shit.
Crunch, and Dragon Claw or whatever as stab has to be the most horrible shit I can think of.
I agree because even right here they're talking about Enter Terra Blast, which can either bolster its stabs to its unbearable levels or potentially solve that. That's not the case though because Crunch is
No, you can't
Crunch is the
solve it
same.
because
Yeah,
Terra Blast turns into Crunch.
yeah, exactly.
Example. At +2,
Oh,
this
Dragon
guy's
Claw.
walled by Palafin without Terra because his moves are so damn weak.
Weak, it doesn't kill.
So damn weak, bro.
So he's like without Terra, Acro, he's nothing to me. Like seriously, Booster Energy is awesome, but he's so damn weak.
I
and
agree.
Frail.
I agree.
So he's not at the tippy top.
The
Like,
thing
I like
is,
Palafin
the thing
more.
is too, like if you use Booster Energy without like lowering your attack,
yeah.
you're always
So
gonna
what they
get
run?
you're gonna get They usually just run
Oh, yeah.
this, and they
Oh
could.
yeah. Oh, so that's why they keep boosting the speed versus me.
Yo. Also, when this came out, when we were looking at the leaks, I literally said this shit can be shit depending on its moveset.
No, I
And
agree.
literally,
I agree.
They did the
I agree.
unthinkable.
I agree.
If this didn't get knockoff, I knew it. If this didn't get knockoff, it was gonna be dog.
Yeah,
water.
I agree. It's just Crunch is not good. Dragon Claw, Crunch are the same base power as Terra Blast. And if I'm gonna run booster energy on it, I'm running with Acrobatics plus Terra Blast. Like Flying Stab is really good.
When you run booster energy on a setup mon, you're now like committing. You
Yeah.
must sweep, or you must get at least 1.5 kills. Otherwise,
You must do something.
You fucked up then, and you're gonna lose because you've lost all
Yeah,
your.
Dragon
position.
Dark in a metagame where Mach Punch is good, where First Impression is good.
Yeah,
Dude, the fact that I can Terrastalize, I can Terrastalize my low
everybody
kicks,
says Prelude.
I can Terrastalize my low kicks into Sucker Punch, and obviously I have Tinted Lens, but the fact that it still kills is insane. Like a regular Salamence would always live that, no matter what.
Yeah, having frail Fizdef is so bad in Prio meta. It's so bad.
And I'm telling you, everybody's so happy to use Breloom again after he wasn't here.
Yeah.
This guy's getting screwed up.
I don't think this is like crazy rank. Like, so they say right with the combination of 139 attack and 119, it has tools to deal massive damage, but combined with
That's why it's
Transformation,
nasty.
It has the tools. It has the tools, but it doesn't have the material. It only has the tools, but no
only
wood
has the
to
tools,
build a
yeah.
bench.
it says right here, counterplay is largely circumstantial, dictated by my guesswork if Terra Blast is in the equation and restricted to a limited pool of
This Terra,
Pokemon.
though.
I don't think you use Terra Blast anything.
Yeah,
though.
counterplay is circumstantial, and that being every circumstance ever.
literally, you can counter. I don't see it being. I've never had a problem with this mon. Like I haven't had a problem, and I'm using
Me
all
neither.
different
In
things.
fact, I rejoice in seeing this
It's
shit.
amazing, but it's not like I don't know.
The first time I lost this is I mean when you do EQ into like flying or whatever.
Sure.
And then you never do it again.
Yeah. But even then, it's become so telegraphed because the alternative is okay. Don't terrastalize. Now you're still weak as
You know
shit.
what the
And you're a dark
alternative
type.
is?
It was weak to all priorities. So
You know what the alternative of this guy is? You terrace steel on the Flutter main.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then I switch out.
That's
It's
it.
fine.
That's lit. And if you use Terras Steel, you're using Iron Head as well. All your moves are 80 base power. I think Iron Head is fine in this metagame just because.
I've seen Iron Dragon Earthquake, which is like the worst coverage ever.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you need coach.
the wall by Corv special. Well, this is all.
I mean, it's always wall by Corv. Even if it terrastalizes to dark and Corv is bulk up, it beats it.
I
Or
told
just,
you,
Let me give you an example. This thing's functioning damage output is around that of Talonflame, because Talonflame has like 280 attack, right? And then his attacks are 20 base. So if you imagine his attacks are 80 base, his attack is actually around that of
Yeah.
Roaring Moon.
80 base power cannot get the job done anymore.
Yeah.
I would rather
So
run
its
outrage on this
functioning damage
shit and
is
just-
literally Talonflame. That's how strong this is. So don't be surprised when it fails to 2 KO anything.
I agree. I think it's only.
he doesn't
I
feel
literally.
nothing.
It's only on this list because it's terrastalizing, in my opinion. That's it.
Once Terra goes, this will be
This'll be
just a memory.
UBL.
It'll be just a memory.
Yeah,
So literally
I
just a
do.
memory.
I do think though it'll be cool when you can eventually use like choice band sets with like U-turn and stuff, similar to like a
Listen,
Hydreigon.
I want to try this set. I
Yeah,
want
you
to
want to run
try
Choice Band, and you want to pray that you run into Sun. That's the only time that's going to do anything.
You run U-turn with fucking drag mag bullshit.
Yeah, exactly, with mag and stuff. That's what I'm thinking too.
It's
Like
still fast crunch, but then again, what does this do that the leopard doesn't do?
nothing.
Nice drag mag. What are you doing when I send in my Mammoth with 130 defense?
No, I mean we're arguing that this mon is not as good. I don't think it should be on the radar even with.
We're all on the same. We're
Yeah,
all on the same.
I don't think
team.
it- I don't
We're
think it
all
should-
arguing which one of us thinks it's more shit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's more shit. I think it's more
Alright, fine,
shit.
fine. You think it's the most shit. Next.
Wait, where do you rank it? Where do you rank it?
Tier this.
This shit is A minus.
I think
No, hell no.
I think it's lower than Cyclizar.
It's
Hell no, it's way lower than
level to me.
Cyclizar. It's worse than Cyclizar.
I think it's a B. I think it's B plus.
Maybe B+. Maybe
Because you know why? You know why? Because no matter what it terrastalizes to, yeah, maybe it will resist fighting,
Oh, that
but it still gets
Acro
junk
set is
patch.
Still good though. It's
I
not
do, but
like-
it just dies to junk
The
patch.
Acro set is maybe
It's only good
A-.
set. It's
That's why it's Cyclizar level to me.
Yeah, the Acro set is really good, but in 2 weeks that set won't exist. So I don't know.
But whatever. We're talking about today's meta.
Yeah, in today's meta, this is A-.
Because we don't know what's gonna happen, and what if Smogon really does figure out a way to keep Terra as long as they possibly can?
Would you be sick?
Seriously.
Would you be sick?
You know, Dynamax took 5 weeks to get banned.
Yeah, it did. And
Dynamax
Dynamax,
broke in the
dude.
first
When
round.
I'm playing as well, when I terrastalize something, I was like, damn, I wish I had double the HP right now. You know, when I become a Pokemon.
Sick man.
But I'm saying that and like I said, we're gonna get to it at the end of the video. But I don't think terrastalizing is crazy as it could be. Like I think it actually has a place. But
Like, give it time to develop.
yeah,
We'll see.
No,
I think
it's because we haven't figured out all the crazy combos, and we don't have all the mons. But
We don't have all the mons.
terrestrializing with certain mons like King Gambit and whatnot, and like Flutter Mane and shit is just unethical.
I just think there's a lot of unethical is so funny. I just think there's a lot of really cool. There's a lot of pretty cool applications that really reward the team builder though. Like you saw my Quagsire become steel just because for that situation specifically is why I did it, right?
The thing is, it doesn't matter any of that. Not most of the time, my King Gambit is gonna terrestrialize and 6-0 you regardless of what you did for 50 turns before. You can outplay me for 50 turns. I could be 1v5. You don't know how many games I've won 1v5 with my maxed King Bisharp by fucking SD.
King Bisharp is so funny. All right, so what are you saying? A minus? A minus? I can agree with A minus.
This is let's say
A minus just for this set. Every other set, B plus. Maybe.
This says B minus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, Champal, aka Super Weavile. The fact that it reduces the defense stat of all the Pokemon by 25% is insane. This is another mon though that
it also doesn't kill anybody.
That's what. Okay, that's exactly it. Okay, thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. Because a lot of people run heavy duty boots, obviously, because you don't want to take.
Boots is like Weavile, who, you know,
like it's Sneasel. It ain't Weavile. It's Sneasel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally Weavile though. It's literally Weavile because it has 339. Like it's literally Weavile.
Its stabs are shit.
Yeah, it doesn't have. Yeah. Triple Axle is really good. It doesn't have knockoff, which is big. Like I have to run crunch on this guy.
Dank. Don't get
but no. But then the damage difference is made up by the ability. It's basically a life orb boost. So it.
Yeah,
do you guys run?
No Axle's a big deal.
Do you guys run Sucker? Do you guys run Ice Shard? Which one do you run right now?
I run Sucker.
That's the thing. Sucker. Last move, you want Sacred Sword and Sucker and Ice Shard.
Exactly. Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page too. Yeah, I feel like this mon has insane 4-move slot syndrome. Like there's either games where it gets 2 kills versus me or just dies.
Oh, actually, because I couldn't figure out what to do with SD, I ran 4-attack Banded.
I like that.
And Terra Pure Dark. And Scarf, same shit. Because I was
Crunch fails to 2 KO anything significant.
Crunch is shit, so you have to Terra Pure Dark and be Banded. But if you do that, then you're insane. Like Don Dozo can get 2 KO'd with rocks. Like it's disgustingly strong. But again, you have to be Banded. So
yeah, Banded, Terra'd.
And Terra'd, so it's a lot of commitment. And at that point, just use somebody else.
Let me see what they say. Let's see what they say.
No. Who else has that type of damage and speed?
And
that's actually a pretty
good thing. I'm telling you, Bandit and Scarf.
Well, yeah, because of Sword of Ruin, obviously. That's the really cool part.
Yeah, and it's just easier to pick your moves when you don't have to SD and.
That's why that brings me to this. The way to optimize this shit is to get up every hazard. And once every hazard is up,
once every hazard's on, some mon can get 2 KO.
We can win with Leadian with all the hazards on.
No. And then the SD set sweeps.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with that. And even then, like low kicks, nice little first impression, beautiful. I do like that it has priority Ice Shard though, because obviously a lot of the priority mons are weak to that. And Sucker's good versus Palafin and Palafin too. So with enough boost. So I do like Sucker.
I think Band is really.
I like the idea of Band. I've used Swords Dance. It was alright. Wasn't very good. It's funny to see that like this is like the only one of these that's on this list when all the other ones have like very similar abilities, so they do things a little bit differently. They say, despite the limitations of a move like knockoff and not gain access to the would-be helpful coverage moves such as close combat, earthquake, it managed to ruin many defensive cores with strength of many swords. I don't think it's
the strength of many swords.
It's insane.
Who wrote this corny ass shit? Whatever.
And everybody's wrong about the predictions too. All the predictions. Everybody thought Chien-Pao was gonna be broken. I was like, it depends on the moveset. And
also, no. You gotta understand. We thought the ability was minus 1.5.
Yes. Literally.
What is it? 1 point.
It's a life boost. It's 0.25. It's 0.25. Yeah.
On there, so it technically is like a 1/3 boost to Chien-Pao's
almost
attack.
Like it's like a life orb boost. Yeah.
Okay.
Your opponent is
low. Boost is pretty good. So it's like sheer force.
No, it's still strong. It's like a sheer force boost. Yeah. He's still got a great boost.
But it's another situation where Crunch, just like I'd rather have knockoff to get rid of items. Like for example, if I can get rid of Rocky Helmet on a mon,
every other mon ever.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed about a lot of mons like this and Roaring Moon and shit? A lot of them don't have strong stabs anymore. Strong moves in general. Like some guys have like strong ass moves. Like you got Palafin with CC and close combat, and he has everything.
You gotta understand, when a move goes over like 100, 110 base power, the mon has an edge of around a muscle
mon and a half
from a muscle band to a fucking life orb over its competitors. It's huge. Move power is huge. That's why for cart only 2 moves are clicked. Yeah. That's why on cart only 2 moves are ever clicked.
Yeah, knock and leaf. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
There's such high base power. Yeah.
I don't know.
Knock being such a free move, maybe I don't know how I feel. It's like it's also broken, but at the same time, without it, it's kind of like no, nothing does anything. You know, Rocky Helmet is so cheap with no knockoff. Like I don't know how to balance Rocky Helmet with knockoff. I feel like Rocky Helmet is cheap and knockoff is
Rocky
cheap.
Helmet is cheap is such an insane statement. Just like, because I mean, obviously, like
No,
I
because
get
I
it.
remember in Gen 7, I run into teams with
Yeah.
like fucking double, like Rocky Helmet.
Rocky
Yo,
Helmet,
fuck
they just come in
yourself.
repeatedly,
Fuck
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
People
but-
run such nasty stuff. You can even run into like Rocky Helmet Lando plus Rotom plus whatever. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
It's garbage.
Rocky Helmet
It's
Rotom's so
awful,
disgusting.
awful situation.
I just think that this mon is so weak with heavy duty boots. Like when I see it take no damage, I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever I switch into is not being 2 KO.
I know my Sid's gonna live.
I know my Corviknight's not getting 2-shot. I know that's gonna take the Rocky Helmet from me. Yeah, I get. You know what's funny about this generation? None of us are calcing, right? None of us are calcing while we play because first off, the calc isn't updated.
Calc. I've never calced a single thing yet.
Yeah, exactly. None of us are calcing while we play.
We've played so much that looking at the base stats, I just sort of know what
This-
it's gonna
this-
do.
I mean,
just
that's-
compare it to the next closest mon.
It's also the fact that it's offense that we're playing, right? So,
Yeah.
like, I know a general range of a banded Mach Punch from Breloom to a Dark type of thing,
And
right?
I also know that if I don't kill, I lose. So that's also it gets done
Exactly.
pretty quickly. for
So
me.
like I'm sure this mon on paper could be way worse just because of damage calcs if I sat down and opened them up and did them all. But in practice, I don't feel like it gets very many opportunities. Like even if it comes in, let's say it comes in on my Spadef Slowking, like or if I have a little bit of defense, I'll live. I'll take 90% and I'll chilling out into my Titan or whatever the hell I need to go out to, you know? I don't know. And also, if you don't run Sucker and you don't Terrasilize, like you're not killing Palafin, right? And Jet Punch is doing a good chunk to this guy. So I don't know. I don't feel like this is like a lower mon on the list for me in terms. It's better than Roaring Moon in my opinion.
It's just the same as Roaring Moon, but yeah, it's like a little bit better because the speed is way better.
Yeah.
And Ice is a godly offensive typing no matter how you cut it.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think, CC? Oh, okay.
So, yeah, to me this is like maybe like right above Roaring Moon, and you think Roaring Moon's worse than Cyclozar, right?
I do.
I think that this is better than both. This is better than Roaring Moon, but it's equal to Cyclozar. The Shed Tail's real heat. So I think that this would be equal.
Yeah,
to
the
Cyclozar.
opportunities this guy sends out versus like this guy having to
If
Terrasilize to do
you
any
get one
damage.
Shed Tail turn right, you can win the game. And also, Rapid Spin and Knockoff are extremely
Good
rare.
utility. They're so
Like,
good utility, dude.
super rare now,
and
right?
being
So
a
having
ghost,
them is
being a ghost immune naturally is so beautiful
Yeah,
too.
this guy's cool into Golden Go because obviously you die to the other hits.
Yeah.
but he can't switch in,
Yeah.
so you can, and everyone just keeps switching that.
Yeah,
thing into
especially they
podcast.
always bring in on hazards
If
on
you
rapid
knock
spin.
It, it's so screwed. It's
Yeah,
so
it
screwed.
literally is. You do about half, which is
And then
amazing.
you just shed tail to your next guy, and
Exactly.
then you scare him out, and he's done. He lost.
That's it.
Next time
Exactly.
you're spinning. Yeah.
So I like the choice band set that you're talking about. I think Swords Dance is like you.
My viewers told me to use Scarf, but I haven't tried it yet. But I assume it's good. A lot of good stuff to revenge kill with this nasty speed stat.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I just like I said, I wish I could run Sacred Sword, Crunch, Ice Crash, Ice Shard, and Sucker Punch with Swords Dance.
Sure, for
You know, you just need them all in order to do anything. The most disappointing fact is the fact that Crunch is just Crunch. You know,
Yeah, nobody wants to.
nobody's played competitive Pokemon and feared a mon with Crunch. Like unless you're choice band Tyranitar.
Yes.
Choice band are the literal god.
Literally with your 604 attack. You
That's
good?
it.
You good, bro?
Alright,
Unless you're choice band T-Tar, you should not be clicking crunch.
Wait, so do you rate this the same as us, CTC? We said
I said I
about
think this is,
Cyclozar.
This is same as Cyclozar to me.
yeah. Hey,
this is A minus. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
But it's better than
Me?
Moon. It's better than Roaring Moon for me.
It's not better than Acro Moon, but it's better than the other one.
Yeah, it's better. It's better than most forms of Roaring Moon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I even explored his Terrastalize more than I have Pure Dark.
Because Chempal doesn't really terrasilize. What do you do? Terrasilize dark? Or
Yeah, you do dark.
Terrastalize Dark because otherwise Don Dozo is gonna come in and always.
Yeah, and beat you 1v1.
Yeah,
I've
Don Dozo beats out the meta 1-on-1. Fuck Don Dozo.
I've done Ghost. I've done Ghost terrasilizing and Fairy just for the resistances.
just for the resist.
Yeah, but
I can see
even
Ghost being pretty shiced.
exactly because like even what's it called has to like Moonblast you and whatever.
But if I'm gonna be honest, a mon that basically has no item that sets up and uses the terrasilize to set up, there's like 14 candidates that do it better than him.
I agree. That's why I also agree with A minus.
Whatever. I just don't think it's been optimized yet. He'll be extremely good when we figure out how to like, just when
Yeah.
the meta stabilizes.
No,
The-
literally how you use Weavile. You just
The tools
max
he has are
hazards.
super goaded.
You just need max hazards, Goldingo, and that guy.
Yeah. So Houndstone is pretty cool that it's on this list. Now this month's
Fucking cheap. This shit is not fair.
Yeah.
It's a very broken move.
The only reason this mon's on the list is because of this move. Other than that, it's whatever. But the way Last Respects works is every single time a party member faints, you get 50%. So you can get this move up to 300 base power if everything is fainted. So one Pokemon faints.
That's not even a thing. That's not even a thing. Okay, you're thinking, oh, 300% of broken. No, after 2 dudes die, this shit is banded.
150.
Guys.
Yeah, 150 is enough.
It's Giga Impact, but like
it's banded Poltergeist. If you throw any boosting item on it, all right, it's
like
stupid.
it's just, we can make so many comparisons. The point is, this shit is. There's not any mon like this. There's no such thing as a 300 base power move. It's never
no
existed.
such thing. All right.
Also,
after 2 months die,
from DPP,
and after 2 months die, you have unresisted. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, that's why I was about to say like the reason this thing doesn't have any good coverage besides like it has moves,
Fast. You
Right,
can
yeah,
run body press for normal.
You run body press.
body press,
Yeah.
and you have play rough as well for Cyclizar because I've brought in Cyclizar. Like everybody tries to choice ban this. I think Life Orb is really good. Everybody
Yeah.
tries to choice ban this,
Yeah.
and I just bring out
That's not
Cyclizar.
good. Literally switching up Shadow Sneak makes this good because you see so many +1 Flutter mains try to come in, boom, sneak to the balls.
Yeah, I love sneak too because if you go up against another Houndstone, sometimes you need a sneak.
Yeah, sometimes you need the
I've had
damage.
that happen a lot. So
Sometimes
I
you
always
need to be sneaky deaky. For real.
Exactly.
It's
No,
insane that
it's
they gave this Sand Rush too. So obviously it forces you to run Sand with it. So you have to run
good
the
design.
Hippo or
This is-
T-Tar.
No, but Sand Rush makes this broken.
Yeah,
Without it,
literally.
Last Respect is whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because +1
What the
speed,
hell
this
is
shit
this
is full of
mon? What
balls.
the hell is this mon without
Sand Rush, it's
Sand.
nothing. It's nothing.
But Sand Rush,
His
it's just
defenses
fast
are
enough to
great,
kill
too.
all the fats.
Defenses are great.
Defenses are amazing.
72, 197 gets the job done. It's such a
Yeah.
funny design. Billy and Mandy looking ass Pokemon.
See, go back to the screen earlier, Joe.
Yeah, my bad.
You
Go
see
ahead.
all the S rank mons, even Palafin, right? Palafin doesn't hit as hard, but he's tanky, right? Fluttermane hits Gooper hard, but is frail. This guy hits super hard and is tanky. Palafin does not
Super
get.
fast and it's super fast.
Yeah, it's super
And
fast.
super fast,
You
yeah.
know what?
Palafin
They
is
actually they did this one right because I thought they were gonna go Ghost Ground or Ghost Rock because it's a Tombstone dog.
And then Pure Ghost is so fire, right?
Yeah.
Pure Ghost is fire. Pure Ghost is
So
fire.
fire. They
Also-
didn't hold him over at all.
Yeah, this is a perfect design, but I
I'll-
just wish they toned down Last Respects because now it's gonna get fucking banned.
Yeah,
I
so
think
but
the move is getting
I would
banned.
but
Yeah,
this
the
is what
move
they
is
mentioned.
getting
They
banned.
mentioned right here that there's some room for debate as to what we should do if Tearing Ash is mandated. Do we ban the Pokemon Houndstone or the move Last Resort? If only one Pokemon has it, currently only Houndstone has it, but Basket Legion gets it too when it comes back.
We
Right.
gotta ban the move. Basket
Yeah.
Legion is gonna be Gooper stupid too.
Basket
Not-
Legion is gonna be even more. No, it's gonna be more stupid, dude. It has adaptability as a normal ability, or it has
Yes,
Swift Swim
adaptability
and Swift Swim.
Swift Swim.
Yeah, it's literally gonna be.
Swift Swim?
Yeah.
Okay, goodbye Last Respect. Say our Last Respects to Last Respects.
Literally,
Very meta.
literally.
Let's say give your last respects to last respects is crazy.
I think that they save the Pokemon and shoot the. I say shoot the dog.
they're
I say shoot the
literally
dog,
gonna-
but
no.
The thing is, you know what the sad part is? These two dudes do not get Poltergeist, so
Yeah.
they can
No,
effectively.
they need, you know what they need to do? They need to go and before they drop the Hisuian Mons, they need to go fix the thing's move pool, get rid of respects, and put Poltergeist on it.
I mean-
Otherwise, it's gone.
I'm sure eventually
The
when
thing is,
DLC
with-
will get some sort of things.
The thing is, even with Poltergeist, this is a CU and PU situation. Maybe CU and UU situation.
Yeah,
well-
no, this could be a shiesty tech with banded guys.
However, one thing,
It's
one set I've
pretty
used,
crazy.
one set I've used is, or I've seen used and used versus me and use is Fairy Terrastalizing. Fairy Terrastalizing. Because you can use either Terra Blast or Play Rough, and you can hit basically the dragons or basically Cyclizar. Like that's
That shit, you can hit Ting Lu as well.
Exactly. And on top of that, you resist the Sucker Punch as well.
Oh, that's heat. That's heat. Yeah.
yeah.
I also like the fighting Terras too. You
Yeah,
resist
that's the one you
everything.
run, right? Fighting
Yeah.
Terra with Terra
But
Blast.
I don't run Play Rough. I run Willow. I like Willow with the fighting Terras because pure fighting type and burn somebody, and then you have the strongest move ever. Come on now.
It sucks that body press only comes off at 237, so it's not great. But like I mean, hitting T-Tar.
Nah, it does what it needs to do.
It does what it needs to do.
It kills Roaring Moon and shit. It like does everything.
Oh
it needs
yeah,
to do.
everything kills that mon. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I had a Roaring Moon. I was telling CTC yesterday. Turn 1, he scale shotted my Torkoal. He did 30% and body press 1 hit KO'd.
One hit
That
KO.
was, that was the end of Roaring Moon. I was like, all right, this shit is
Like,
garbage.
what did you expect was gonna happen though? It's like some shit like that.
It's 100%. It's 100% the move, not the mon. Period.
I'm telling you.
1000%. This is nothing insane.
I
Even
think
with dice,
keep-
it's nothing crazy.
This mon is
I
stout.
think
This
you
mon is
keep one of,
Stoutland.
Stoutland has better attack than this.
Yeah, this mon.
This
Stoutland
is,
is.
this is like 10 times better than Stoutland.
Yeah, because of the move. But I'm saying that Stoutland it had better attack. If this has
Yeah, yeah,
Poltergeist
yeah.
though, I think it's gonna be cool. If it had it.
If it has Poltergeist, it's gonna be slightly better than Stoutland.
Yeah,
Just because
for
Ghost,
sure.
just because Ghost is
Poltergeist
good.
a godly stab.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
110, and then I mean we're most likely gonna have DLC for the game. So when things drop, we'll probably get like Poltergeist and Grassy Glide and Triple Axel and all
Hell
that crap
yeah,
back.
Grassy
Yeah,
guy.
Last
Also,
Respects has no drawback either. No
Literally.
drawback, zero
no
drawback.
miss, no nothing. Yeah,
I don't think it's even contact, is it?
better be. This shit's not contact. This is the most broken move.
I don't know.
ever.
I don't.
I tried to PP stall this bitch with pressure, and it was like, see,
No, that boy took your roost instead.
Bro said he tried to PP stall a 300 base power move. My respects to you.
no, it was like no mon dead or one mon dead.
I think that's the big thing as well. Like the fact that I can run this thing on HO with sand, and like my lead spiker can die, and I have 100 base power.
Sand HO with Ghoul, and then a sand and this guy, and it's just like, what are you supposed to do versus this ship and HO?
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
No, I agree. Well, but it's 100% the mon, not the. It's 100% the move, not the dog. Obviously, the fact that it's Ghost makes a big difference, and the fact that Basculin is going to get it too, which has adaptability, which means it's good outside of sand and in.
No, nobody's gonna run it outside of rain.
Rain.
Though.
No, Basculin has the speed to be ran outside of rain. It's fast Crawdon.
I know, but if you have a move that pulls that type of weight,
No, I mean I agree with you. I'm just saying that this dog has a lot less utility than this mon.
You might catch me with my Scarf Basket Legion.
Yeah, dude, it's 112 attack. Like it's 112 attack adaptability, 120 HP.
You would catch me with my Scarf Basket Legion. That's an
you know
evil
the
set.
thing is, Basket Legion, even when Last Resource inevitably gets banned, this shit is still gonna be good with Poltergeist, Flip Turn, and all that shit.
You don't get Poltergeist, unfortunately. That's why they gotta give it to him.
Well,
They
unless
gotta
they bring Poltergeist in DLC,
He's
yes.
literally so bad if there's no Poltergeist for him.
Dude, what are they gonna do? Phantom forms? Come on, go for
You
it.
can do you
That's
do
the
you
thing.
do special.
Game Freak
You do
looked
special.
through
You do special
all
with
the Ghost type smooth pulls. Game Freak gave all these dudes Phantom Force this gen, as if that's the move we want to use. It's shit's ass.
Dude, this shit's ass, dude.
No,
You know
bro,
what they
it's
need to do?
it's just because it didn't. It's just the DSC wasn't out. Like Basculation female would still be fine. It's 100 special attack with adaptability, shadow balls, and surfs, and flip turns.
Beam. That one's cool.
Oh, that's pretty shiced. It sounds like a shit version of Pelipper. Not Pelipper, the new bird, Iron Bird.
No, he's stronger than Bird.
Bundle.
It's stronger, dude. It has adaptability and speed up drop
Yeah, but it's
shoots.
also half of Bird's speed.
Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball, Shadow
It
Ball.
also has 120 HP.
Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball, Shadow Ball.
Yeah, like, I literally click shadow. I click Shadow Ball
And
if you're on your
adaptability
Pokemon that doesn't get 2
sneak,
KO'd,
adaptability sneak
and
in the
I
back.
yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, I have dry skin Heliolisk.
Oh, okay. Well played.
Well, maybe.
Nice ZU. That's
Well,
just not even-
congratulations, first off, you used your Pokemon that's not in the game, and you decided to
even
use
know what
Heliolisk.
Heliolisk does.
You decided to
He
use
only knows-
Heliolisk.
He only knows because
Yeah.
of that guy with the Mudsdale on ladder. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
He knows what Heliolisk is.
RVV.
Yeah,
RGB.
adjust glasses. Anyways,
Overall, it's the mon. How do you rank it? How do you rank it because of the move? Don't rank the mon, just rank it because of the
with
move.
the move, it's top 3.
It's top 3. Yeah.
You used it today, right? In a live.
No, I use this mon like a
Blund-
lot.
no, I mean
it's
Blunder-
pretty
Blunder did.
boring. This mon,
I
I'm telling
used it
you.
yesterday. It's like boring, so it's not that
boring,
fun to use.
yeah.
Because like to make the best Houndstone team, you don't run it on HO. You run it on like a regular ass.
You run it on
Like,
sand,
this
and
has a
you know
nice
you run with
sand.
you run King Sharp with it because
Yeah.
they have synergy. They both off.
Those two love having their bros die. So
Yeah, both of them love their bros.
I saw
die,
teams with teams with Memento in this mon. But yeah, it's the move. It's the move, not the mon. So I hopefully
no
they don't.
Disrespect. You gotta start naming one of them Lil Durk. No disrespect, but if you know, you know.
You know what's crazy though? If this mon does actually get banned as a mon, and even if it doesn't, it'll still be used in Ubers. I just use this on Sand as my last mon. Have a 300 base power move. It doesn't matter if
For
you have a
sure.
million.
For sure.
Like there's no reason not to. So this mon will still see gameplay. It's not like it's gonna.
For sure.
It will hardly see any gameplay in OU once Last Respects.
Oh, if that's like yeah, but I'm talking about Ubers. If it does get banned,
Same with Ubers, it'll still be used. Because the move in general makes this Pokemon viable no matter what.
yeah, let's run it on Sand HO.
Oh, this shit in Ubers is gonna be
Shit, it would be crazy. They're gonna go to Groudon, they give you an O-code.
Yeah.
literally.
Literally.
No, but how does this?
Wait,
this might
let
go
me get
AG.
the fuck
This might go AG. What the
They're
fuck
not-
is stopping this?
it's not gonna go
No,
AG.
no, weather's a lot.
Weather's gonna be a lot there, dude.
Oh, Yveltal stops this.
You have-
Yveltal obliterates this too.
You have Veltal and you also have Koraidon and Miraidon.
Oh yeah.
They
I forgot
literally
about
they
his
literally
ass.
set up. This guy sets up electric terrain, and the other guy sets up sun. This guy sets up sun, so it literally counters it
Groudon
itself.
just comes in and blows that shit up.
Yeah, yeah, literally. So like you'll get you can pivot with Veltal and stuff. But yeah, so I agree. I think it's like
No, maybe they only put this in the game because Miraidon and Koraidon were meant to be used to nerf this shit.
yes. When I was thinking about the 3 legendaries of Scarlet and Violet, I did Miraidon, Koraidon, and Houndstone. That's
That's funny.
Right on. All right.
the legendary trio. So this one was really confusing to see this up here, and Blunder thought the exact same way.
I think this was
No,
like.
no. I highly rate this. I highly rate this. This is exactly what Blunder said.
It ain't on
They
the
won.
radar.
This is what Blunder said they won. He's like, "Are you sure this is good?" And then he tried both sets, and he's like, "This shit is god."
I don't know, man. I never fear this thing when I play it, and I know that's a bad way to do it, but I'm obviously doing it based on examples and based on.
No, you're facing shit sets.
This mod is amazing. It's just that it's not as good as any of the other mods here.
No, it's literally as good, if not better, than at least fucking the shit moon, and the other shit. This is at least equal to Chim Pao.
So what do you use? You use Swords Dance, you use Close Combat. Do you use Spirit Break? Nice weak 75 base power.
Yes, literally Spirit Break, and last move either Sneak, or some people run T-Punch, or some people run
Destiny
like me,
Bond? I saw
run
Destiny
He runs
Bond.
Destiny Bond, but I like Destiny Bond a lot. But in my head, Sneak sounds amazing.
Oh, you do
But
booster
Destiny
energy. You do actually booster energy at the speed.
Yeah, you get the speed. So D-Bond, especially when you're +2 and already killed somebody.
Yeah, then if you can't kill, you 2 for 1, and now it's offense versus offense. You're in. You
You're
won.
good.
You're up 5-4. You won.
What do you Terra type
Even if they
it?
have Ditto, you're at a mon advantage.
What do you usually Terra type it? Fairy?
Psychic or fairy, wasn't it? Some shit like that.
I feel like Fairy makes the
No,
most sense.
No. It was some tech. It was some tech shit. I forgot what it was.
Weird
I mean,
shit, yeah.
Priority and stuff. Fairy fighting
What's
this.
Steel? No, what was it?
This
it?
mon
It was,
4 times resisting dark is so
it was
cool.
something. It was something for other Iron Valiants. It was pure
it was
fairy.
steel.
Dude.
It was
That's
steel or
on your
poison.
mine team. It's pure fairy. Yeah, I don't know what this.
Yeah, on the other one, it's to boost it. Yeah, but it's pure. It's either poison or steel. I think.
This guy's SPDF is garbage, which is why I always kill it. Like Chi Yu one hit KOs with flamethrower and that kind of thing. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Chi sounds like a
course.
lower tier. Just the name of it. It's very funny.
Chiyu free heat.
She's heat. She's heat.
I just
Yeah,
I don't know.
but
I don't know.
also the
Like
special set.
it doesn't. I
Calm
don't-
Mind.
The calm mindset's cool. Yeah.
But my thing with this mon is that it's not very strong initially, right? It's literally Gallade. It's Gallade initially, right?
Yeah, but it's so fast and it's like a lot of pressure.
And
The
CC
under
is a
assist
godly
stabs,
move.
you guys gotta understand, insane coverage with max hazards. That's the reality of the meta.
Yeah.
They're not getting off from
Also, being faster than
Goldango.
somebody else is enormous right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
Faster
see a
guy is the
third.
winner.
Yeah, and balloon Goldango's
One set you guys gotta try, by the way, on Cyclozar is Choice Scarf. You gotta try Choice Scarf Cyclozar because
Yeah,
it gets
somebody was telling me about that.
it gets free spins and it gets the free shed sales, like versus even these guys boosted.
I like the idea of it because I actually like Scarf a lot, and now I'm realizing why Cyclozar might be better than I first said. Because like
The thing is,
CC was saying,
yeah.
like you were saying how hazards are so important and we're in a metagame where hazards go up. Now you have a 50-50. Either Cyclozar spins away your hazards and you're fucked. You lost all your progress and your lead.
Actually,
Or he shed
no,
tail
I don't
and
give a
you're
fuck. You can
fucked.
set up all your hazards. No, set up all the hazards. Have a Goldango, and have a Bisharp with Defiant, and have a King Sharp with Defiant. It don't matter. I'm going to all 4 of them, and they cleaning up. I'm going to all 4 of them, and I'm wide lens.
Every time I
I'm
play
hitting you 10
CDC, I'm
times
just gonna bring
backwards.
Breloom whenever I play CDC.
Shed tail. I'm just gonna shed tail.
Yeah, literally shed tail the Breloom, quick close combat. Like that mon's a good mon. But so I don't have a lot of experience using this mon, right? I've only used it once on a team, and it wasn't very
Good mon.
strong when I used it. It was actually the team you guys gave me with Destiny Bond on it, and I only use it to Destiny Bond every single time. Like
This
No,
typing,
that's how you use this mon. It's
Yeah.
a 1-for-1 machine, and it usually 1-for-1 is
if
the
you
guy
can
that
get the
wants
kill
all the
with
other
the-
guys.
If you can get the kill with your attacks, hell yeah. Now you're getting a bonus with Destiny Bond. And his typing defensively is extremely epic. 4x
Epic.
resist bug, 4x resist
dark. It's a really good dude. It's a low kicks
Yeah.
counter.
I be switching him in on U-turns and shit all the time. He
Yeah.
resists dark. Like I said, he's just super
No,
nice.
literally, on a lot of teams, I have him like for his utility against King Sharp and low kicks and shit like that.
He resists all the priority. Mach punch and sucker punch, he resists them. And also his fizz def is good.
Yeah,
So-
and you can come in on CC from the Mammo guy, which nukes everybody. But if you come in on the other one, the ground one,
Hey,
you're
good day.
You said you also used the Calm Mind or Aurasphere, but
Calm Mind
Moonblast?
3 attack. No, focus
Calm
blast,
Mind,
Moonblast,
Calm Mind,
Side
Focus
Shock.
Blast. Yeah, Side Shock. I thought Side Shock would do more to the poisons, but maybe I've been.
You probably have
But
to- you probably have to
I
Thrust
don't
last.
mind this set because who doesn't like clicking Moonblast?
Yeah, Moonblast is one of the best moves in the game.
Easy
Because pre-setup, I feel like no move is free to click on the physical set, but the Moonblast set is the Moonblast is free.
Yeah, I like Moonblasting a lot.
Yeah. That's a crazy set, right?
Spirit Break is just such a garbage move. Like it's never clicked. It's just so horrible.
Like, come on, give us
Give us
rub.
something. Like I don't even know what to run on SD, which is an issue. Which is
if Iron Valiant got if it got sharpness, it'd be pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. Because then you just run the.
Let me get a plus 1 attack.
Let me use Sacred Sword, which is stronger than close combat and stuff like that. It doesn't have it right
Yeah,
now.
we can use
OG Glade. We need to use the OG Glade soon.
OG
Because
Glade
it's stronger than
scores
this.
balls.
Yeah, that must-
stronger than this.
It's way stronger. It's way stronger than this.
Oh, did it get sneak? We can go sneak.
Yeah, sneak.
Yeah, but
he has
you-
all the shit, dude.
Wait. Let me cook right now.
Yeah, I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
buddy.
regular Glade with that sharpness. But anyway, this guy, I really like him defensively more than I even like him offensively. Not saying I use him
Yeah.
as a wall, but his typing for offense is so sick. Take
His
this
typing is amazing.
take
He's
mock
like a
punches.
super glue. He's like a super role player.
Yeah, I
Like, he
always
does his
hit
job
hard
every game.
on fucking King Gambit too, because they always SD or Katao. Nobody Ironheads, so I always be bringing him in hard on that.
Then you
and then
live,
scare
yeah.
him out.
Catal's just
Okay,
Catal's just 80 base power dark, right?
85.
85. Okay, yeah.
No
Yeah,
drawback.
so he's maybe not like a high tier, but he's like Gary Payton. He comes off the bench and does something every single game.
If you
Every-
don't consider this mon in your building, you'll get blown away.
You'll get blown away. You'll get locked down. You get locked the fuck down.
I just
and
feel
a lot
like
of
it's
times
hard. I just feel like it's hard to not expect it in your building because it shares fairy typing with Flutter Mane, right? So I'm already being prepared for fairy types, and
Agreed.
it shares fighting typing with the mons that are clicking, or at least it has a fighting move, which there's a bunch of mons clicking close combat and Sacred Sword and stuff right now.
like the flip turn.
The flip,
Palafin.
Palafin, Champal is using Sacred Sword. Like, there's a lot of mons that are clicking fighting,
for
fighting
sure.
and fairy. So like, I'm trying to think of why do I use this over
him over somebody
Oh,
else.
why do I use the
and
special?
that-
Why do I use the special set over Flutter Mane? And obviously, the thing that comes to mind is I have defenses and I have 4 times
No,
resist.
it's because I use this and Flutter Mane.
Okay, yeah.
That's true. But I'll tell you this: as a physical attacker, I was using CTC's Breloom team earlier, and Breloom was going crazy.
I told you,
was getting
Liam
more-
is so
I was
good,
getting-
dude.
I was getting way more mileage out of him banded than I was out of
Dude,
Iron
it's because
Valiant.
close combat is all Braylon needed. You 2 KO Fizdef Corviknight easily.
Dude, so many cores.
That's
are coming on
crazy,
me.
right?
So many
Yeah,
cores
the
are coming
entire
on me
meta-
today, and it's so funny. It's
Dude,
like,
you
dude,
know-
you don't win, I win. Like,
Bro, you know what's one common occurrence right now? I look at the team. Every mon is weak to bullet seed except for Corviknight. If you get that 50-50 right like twice,
It's not even 50-50 when you pair it with Cyclizar, dude.
no,
you just shed skin, you just shed tail into Choice of Umbrella, and then you just click.
listen. The core everyone's running is Clodsire plus Corv. The thing is, you don't have to predict.
You
Claude
just click
takes
CC.
half from close
Yeah.
combat.
Yeah, it
So,
does.
you
Yeah,
don't have to
especially
predict.
if there's Spadef. And if they're Fizdef, Bullet Seed does like half
If you
easily.
blitz, he's gonna die if you get like 4
no,
hits. he'll die.
but the Amoongus outbreak is coming out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bandit
One-
Rocket
one thing-
I'll be chipping him. I'll be chipping
We're-
him.
we're
And
obviously-
I terrestrialize pure fight.
Dude,
and I blow that shit
terrestrializing
up.
Pure Fight, making your Mach Punch insanely strong. It literally reminds me of black and white fighting gems, but all the
Bro,
time.
This shit is like mega
No,
meta
it's like
champ.
bandage gems.
Yeah, it's like bandage, dude. When I tear up your fight, this is my new meta champ, literally.
Huh.
Shit is crazy.
Yeah,
That's very
I love how we got into Loom when we were talking about Iron Valley, but that just goes to
Better
show
than
that
this.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think.
At the end of the day, Iron Valiant is still miles ahead of Loom. I'm sorry for you guys trying to hype up Loom.
I don't know, man.
Go.
I think I always get something out of Loom.
I don't know.
Mid.
Glade ain't even been
Look
good
at him
for
trying to
one
hype up
generation.
mid.
I don't know. Glade ain't even been good for one generation. We'll see if he can do it this time. But he hasn't been
Alright,
good in one
alright,
generation
alright,
ever.
alright. Let me tell you, mark my words. Breloom, Kyle Kuzma.
No, because Breloom was goaded in 4.
5, 6,
No, I mean right
6,
now. I mean right now.
and dude,
Right now, this isn't even Glade. This isn't even Glade. This is somebody else. This is
Iron
Iron
Valiant is
Valiant.
heat. Iron Valiant is heat. This is coming
This
off the
isn't
bench.
even Glade.
contributing.
this is Galate of
coming
War.
off
This is
the bench
Galate of War.
contributing.
This is
It's
James
like,
Wiseman.
dude, this mon took
Hell
all the
no.
good. This mon took literally all the good from Galate and Gardevoir, but also took all the bad too. How do you end up being Galate and Gardevoir and have 60 special
You're
defense?
weird as a result. Yeah.
What happened to this? Like, if
Bro,
anything,
this thing is like Mega Gardevoir and Mega Gallade at the same time.
dude, I'm just saying, look at Galade's special defense, 115,
Galade's balls.
and look at Gardevoir's special defense, 115. Why did you take its defense and put it on your special
because
defense?
it took the good portions on offense,
No,
so it's
and
gotta
I'll tell you-
inherit some of the bad.
And also,
Right.
both Guard and Glade are slow pieces of trash. This is for finally. This shit's fast as hell.
Finally fast, yeah. This
Fast as hell.
the stat distribution is good. I can't argue.
I gotta look at it though.
We're just like,
All right, if you want good in every stat, I suggest you look in the Uber section. They got Mewtwo X in that bitch.
I'm just saying. Look at Mega Galade. Look at Mega Galade and how they distributed it, right? This guy. Look at how they distributed Mega Galade versus that. All they had to do would still give it 90. Insane.
No, but you can't be good at everything.
But Gallade isn't good at everything.
There's no way Joe's looking at this broken mon and he's like, not enough stats. Not enough stats.
I'm just saying, bro.
To just use Mecha Mewtwo X is crazy.
No, but Joe,
Yo,
how do you?
Mecha Mewtwo X? Let me take a look at his stats. pull his ass up.
Dude, it's good. It can be a special attacker and a physical attacker. Why can't I just put Mewtwo? What am I doing? It can literally be a special attacker and a physical attacker. He's right. He's 100% right.
Oh nah! Oh my God! Yeah, this is the stat that Joey wanted.
This is what I want.
This guy's stronger than Cortana.
Yeah. This is all I wanted. What's wrong with this? This is a good set.
190.
190,
And when
154.
Joe gets this, he's just.
Like Joe gets this, he goes, I don't know, kind of frail though.
I don't know, but Breland gets the Sash 4 off though.
Hey, Brilliant beats us 1v1. Don't
No, I just
laugh.
Breland beats his 1v1 is funny as fuck.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. But all in all, this is lower on the list for me. For me personally, based on the experience of me fighting it and even using it, it's lower on the list.
After we just discussed the comparison
It is
to
lower
Mega
on the list.
Mewtwo X, yeah.
This is around where it's slightly above where Chimpao and the Flying Dragon.
Yeah,
Then
see-
Cyclozar is better than the Flying Dragon to me, and it's
Yeah,
better than
Cyclozar is better than this too. I
That's
think.
better than Chimp. Then
Actually,
Cyclozar is better than all
no.
of them.
This just still gets the super setup and it's super fast.
No,
for free.
this and Cyclozar are even to me because
Yeah,
they
they're
both have
even,
really
they're
good
even.
support. Because Gallade's typing plus D-Bond is good support.
Yeah, it's good support.
So
They're even to me.
Then I would put both of these guys above Qian Pao and Roaring
They're
Moon.
like A-. Then Chimpao and Aragai are B+.
Plus, okay.
That's fair.
Alright, yeah.
That's fair.
And then Palafin, Missy, and Dog are all at the top with Missy at the super top.
Which is funny because there's a noticeable gap between
All these ones.
S
There's a
and
literal
A-.
noticeable
There's a huge
gap, yeah.
There's a huge
Yeah,
gap.
because there's
See-
literally no A's. We skipped straight to A-.
Yeah, so you have Missy and Palafin on the top.
Well, the
right?
three things they all have in common is they have no drawback moves.
Zero
Yeah.
drawbacks.
Goats. Yeah, they have
I
no
put
drawback moves.
Missy Palasan. I put the dog under just because of its move.
Palasan?
Palafin, excuse me. Missy Palafin on top. I put the dog a little bit under because of its moves. I put Cyclozar under that, and then I put all these guys. That's literally
I
it.
think Dog has the highest like potential after Miss Drevis to be like broken though.
But the thing about
Dog
dog
is
is
evil.
the thing about dog is it forces you to run a specific type of team. I can run Missy on any team. I can run Palafin on any team. I can run Cyclozar on any team.
But also, I don't know. I don't think like oh shit, my headphones fell. I was gonna say it's not bad to have like a hippo or nothing though. Like hippo's a good Pokemon.
I think Kemple's decent.
I don't know, but I agree with you. The amount of support Amon takes away from it being better than others.
Exactly.
I'll always agree with that.
Everything Missy and Palafin are no drawback, and they're good regardless of terrestrializing. The dog needs sand, and terrestrializing makes it even better. Raging Moon needs terrestrializing to be good.
We'll see.
Cyclozar needs
how
nothing.
the metagame treats this Moon guy in a little bit because
Yeah.
he's really confusing to me right now.
Yeah.
Like this acro set's really fire, but we really need to give him time.
And now we talk about the final thing, which is terrestrializing itself. Is it broken? Do we want to ban? How is it gonna actually? Why is it looking like this? Basically, it's new. You guys know how it works, right? You terrestrialize into a type, and if you terrestrialize into a type, you become that type pure, and you get stab on that type. If Iron Valiant, for instance, terrestrializes to Fairy, it gets 2 times instead of the 1.5 times boost, and also becomes Fairy typing, but it still keeps its fighting stab. So, all right, I'm personally in this entire metagame. It's really hard for me right now just because there's so many good mons to say terrestrializing is just straight up broken. Like I don't look at Fluttermane and like okay.
My voice there.
What did you say?
I said he was mimicking. I said you were mimicking my voice there.
I don't look at Fluttermane and I say, oh man, this mon's scary because it can terrestrialize into Fairy or terrestrialize into Steel and live a hit. I look at Fluttermane and I'm like, okay, it's scary because it has Ghost and Moonblast, the greatest move in the game. And
For sure.
yeah, so it's
Some ones don't rely on terrestrialize like Fluttermane. It doesn't rely on it. It just helps them.
Yeah, mons that don't rely on Terra are the goats. That's why the big three are the goats. They all love their normal typing. Mence doesn't like his normal typing.
yep.
So
That's it. That's like
would love
it's
for them
really
to keep
hard.
this in the game,
I want it to be
man. I
keep
would
too,
love for them to
dude.
keep it
The
in the
games
game,
are
but
so
I don't
fun.
think- I don't think like, man, if only we could change it so that it reveals what Terra type you are. That's like the only way.
I can
that
see- I
could
can see
ever-
that.
That's like a game.
But
mod.
I also think that in time, if we let the metagame develop, certain Pokemon will run certain Terra types, right? If Heatran's running around, Ferrothorn's gonna start running Terra type water, right, or whatever. That way it can get away
yeah.
with that, or even like Magnezone, it can become Terra type ground and then switch out.
You know what I lost to today
Yeah,
in my
when
vid?
every turn of every game is a 3-way 50-50-50.
Yeah, yeah,
But you
yeah.
could,
That's
but you
30,
could,
30.
but sure, but you could have also done the same thing about Z moves, right? Like it wasn't guaranteed what Z move the Mon had. Lately,
I can scout for it, but I can't even scout this shit.
yes, you can. You just still switch.
can.
What are you talking
Go
about?
to
It's
your
the same.
immunity. Go to your
It's
immunity.
it's literally the
It's
exact same thing.
No, that's
It's
the same thing as Z move. Yeah, yeah.
it's the
That's
same
fair.
exact
You
thing
can
as a Z
still
move.
scout it.
Exactly.
So-
As in Z move, I can scout this guy with the Z item. I can physically see, oh, this guy did specs damage. Oh, this guy has leftovers. So only one
This guy has an
goes
item, and then he also gets to Terra. Facts. Agreed. That's so stupid. Why don't you have to hold like a Terra band or some shit?
Yeah, they made it. They made it definitely.
Change your typing. Why can you have a band and then also change your typing to get double stab? The hell kind of mechanic is this?
I just think that right now we have too many strong mons to the point where like it's like obviously
Hard.
yeah,
So,
exactly. It's like
I have no idea. I feel bad for the tiering council. I don't know how they're supposed to figure this shit out. Like,
because I do think a metagame, in order for a metagame to be good, I also think it needs to be fun. Personally, I put fun in like a metagame.
playing for money.
Yeah.
This shit better be fun.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
what I think.
exactly. This isn't a tournament. This isn't a tournament. There's a reason why 36 people are entering Smogon tours, right? Or 12 people are entering a Smogon tour, right? There's a reason why things like that. I mean, that's not even an exaggeration, right? Like we had 24 people in that one a couple weeks ago.
3 of them are Blunder's alts. Trying to farm.
Oh, I don't play no more. Leave me alone.
And there's a reason Blender doesn't play anymore. It's not fun playing the same people all the time, and there's not a lot we get out of it, right?
Gen
And
8 was also just an unfortunate situation. The shit was ass no matter which way you cut it. Like, Dynamax is broken, right?
Yeah.
So you can't keep that. You have half the mons. You have all these nasty items like boots, and it's just... It's just an unfortunate situation. Singles was just bad. Like, I mean, I guess it depends on what you like.
yeah. I
Compared
just
to other Pokemon games, I didn't like that shit.
I just think that in time, certain Pokemon will be more likely to run certain Z's. Like Kartana, right? Let's look at Kartana in Generation 7. The 3 moves that Kartana ran Z moves on were Bloom Doom, All Out Pummeling, and Giga Impact, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the metagame, there were obviously sometimes people ran it with knockoff, right? With Darkness, a Dark Eclipse.
Like,
but
sometimes for like multi-hit
Corkscrew Crash became a thing at
yeah.
some points too.
Torn,
but
hit
but
torn.
but eventually the 3 that stood above were Grass, Fighting, and Normal because it could kill Zapdos, and those were what it became at the end. There's still the
Always come to expect.
exactly. That's
I
something
agree
to keep
with
in
you
mind.
now. I understand the comparison.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Like if we give
get
it
it
time
now.
to develop, yeah, sure, it's gonna be a little rocky at first.
Yeah. But let me give you an actual analogy. That's better than your false analogy.
It's not. Mine isn't an analogy. Mine is literally a pure example.
It's as if terrestrializing is as if I can turn my freaking card into an ice type and Oko your Zapdos on the on the switch in.
Yes, but now you're an ice type. So now you're weak to Stealth Rock when you
now-
use Kartana. So you're
but I
literally
just killed a counter. I
yes,
just killed a
Hey,
counter.
yours-
just like a Z move.
yours-
The
it's
same
like
exact thing as mine. It's the same thing as mine.
No, but you get a third stab, and being a pure type is better defensively.
Not in that situation though. Not in that situation.
Okay,
You said-
but-
Turning into an
let me
ice
give you
type
a different-
is stupid. That wouldn't happen.
yeah. And that
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, it does that. That's one function of it, but it also allows.
I'm turning
on the
Karki into a
turn
dark
first
type,
skill.
and these knockoffs going crazy first.
But how can you argue right now that terrestrialization is broken when we have so many different things that are insane, right? We have Jet Punch that's already naturally
Not
insane.
insane.
We have
Not insane. We've seen Glide before, so not insane.
Glide was insane too.
Fluttermane more broken than Terra?
Fluttermane in itself is
Nothing is more broken than Terra.
Bro,
Maybe
part-
last
Is Terra
well,
broken? Like, how do you explain? Like what's broken? Shit that forces an uncompetitive metagame, right? So
Yeah,
terrestrialize
that forces every single turn. You literally hit every single turn.
I agree with that. It forces uncompetitive situations. I agree
But
with
you
that
can
one.
literally argue that like Mischievous
of things
will go
are
for either
competitive.
will either go for Ghost or Moonblast and it can pick a kill. The idea of having to pick between a 50-50, which is what is quote unquote uncompetitive. Think about King Shield, Aegis Slash, or anything like
But
that.
it's every turn. It makes every turn, every interaction damn near.
But it's not every turn till it
every
happens.
turn,
It's
it's
not
that
till it's till it
turn.
happens.
But
It's till
every
it
turn
happens.
versus a Slipper versus
Until that turn happens, you always have to be scared, and you can't relate it to Z moves because Z moves aren't like that. You always have to be shitting your pants versus terrestrialize. That's how I see it.
Who's maybe one guy you're shitting your pants, but
Yeah,
there's
because
everybody.
the guy has to have good attack and all that shit too. If I have a 100 BSD mon in front of me with a Z move, I don't care. It's just weak. But if the 100 BSD mon switching his typing is scary, it gets stabbed, which means it now has a permanent Z move because it has stab on that move. That's how
I just don't think that like, in the example, I'm not losing the game because I terrestrialized first into something to deal with something else, right? I don't think I'll lose the game because of that. Look at the Quagsire game, right? I got rid of the giant threat and I had priority from there, right? I got rid of the mist, the Flutter Mane, and I got priority from there because I wanted to become Steel because I needed it to be able to resist Moonblast at a point because of this Pokemon being there. Like, and it goes back to my point that certain Pokemon are going to start doing certain types because it just makes sense for them. On offensive Mons, it becomes crazy, but the defensive Mons, even the bulky offensive Mons, are going to start reacting based on that, right? Flutter Mane, when you see it, Fire, Normal, Ghost, and sometimes Pure Fairy. Right? Those are like the types it's going for. It's not going for Dragon. It's not going for Ice. It's not going for this. So yeah, I still got to keep that in mind. But this Pokemon example, is this Mon itself more broken than terrestrializing just because Ghost and Fairy coming off a 135 special attack in an offensive metagame where both of its moves are almost impossible to switch into? Like there's so much coming from it. It just helps these guys defensively, but it also hinders them later too. And I don't know. I just think that it's not straight up broken like Dynamax was. Right? I'm not boosting my speed while using it. Though these guys, you can argue with booster energy. I'm not boosting my speed. I'm not boosting my attack. I'm not boosting my HP. Right? And having 3 super moves at the same time. I think that I like the way that they are taking this into account. While terrestrializing is on the meta, they said that they want to look at the Pokemon first before they look at terrestrializing itself.
Yeah, then they're very wrong. They need to look at this.
Yeah, they're trying their best to keep Terra is I think their goal because Dynamax could have never been balanced anyway.
Ever.
There's no way
Never,
it
never, ever.
Unless you like confined it to specific Pokemon, but that doesn't make sense.
They did that in Ubers, and they did that in Ubers, and it didn't work. They did it in Ubers, and it was still broken.
So they sent it to AG, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
they did it in Ubers. Non-Ubers couldn't. There was a
There's
list.
so many combination of mons for these things to be like perfectly like curated. You just have to end up banning the whole thing. So
Unless you pre-announce the Terra guy,
we literally need to edit our game to pre-announce the Terra type if we want to keep Terra.
And it's not like
that's
Smogon.
a legit reason to fix it.
And it's not like
That's a legit
Smogon
reason to
doesn't
fix
do that for other generations, right? Like Smogon makes
this
its
would be
own.
completely changing a game. This would be
Dude,
changing
Smogon
the
does
inner
that.
mechanics of the game.
Smogon does that all the time.
No, they don't. They
Yes,
ban
they.
things.
No, they
You're saying
do.
you're saying to change a whole way a game like works.
My guy.
You're saying to go into the system and change it.
And I'm saying that.
Like what?
I'm giving you examples right now. In Generation 4, it's impossible to have a 31 IV Rayquaza with Overheat, plus like have 31 speed, 31 attack. So this is very important because in Ubers, Rayquaza with Life Orb Overheat does 100% minimum to Skarmory with no special attack investment. However, it is impossible in the game. There's no combinations where it's possible. And back on PO and Shoddy Battle, specifically Shoddy Battle, they used to actually limit what you did with it. Pokemon Showdown came out and said, yeah, that'd be too much work. We're not going to do that. That's one situation where they literally changed how the game works. Another situation, in Generation 3, switches...
Changes something minuscule, by the way.
I'm just saying. Here's another one.
This is our entire game.
I'm just saying. Generation 3 is really important. Let me say the Gen 3 one though. The Gen 3 one's important. All right. The way Pokemon switch, what do? Faster Pokemon switch first, right? In Generation 3, that's not the case. That's literally not the case. In battles, is based on connection, and those people would switch first. Smogon decided to change it and do it their own way. I'm just saying.
Competitive game otherwise.
I'm just saying though that they've changed in-game mechanics.
That's a big deal. That changing shit is a big deal.
Yes, and they've done it before. So I'm saying that there is precedence to do it for this because they've literally done. There's combinations of moves and stuff. Dude, nobody's got Wish Chansey from 2004. Like, where were you into? You weren't even born yet. You know, like there's like the situations where this Pokemon couldn't even.
Mad as shit.
I'm just giving. I'm mad. Is crazy. Mad is crazy. I'm just saying. I'm passionate. Like I'm just saying we've done. Literally, Pokemon Showdown literally does this. Smogon literally does this. So I don't see why that couldn't be an issue.
So what Smogon's gonna give you a preview button to which terrestrializes?
I mean, this is what Blunder said. That's what Blunder said he wanted.
That's the only way I could see it being balanced. That's what I said.
but
Otherwise, there's 0% chance it can be balanced. Now that I thought about it more, this is impossible to be balanced unless they tell you beforehand what it is or tell you who is gonna Terra. Otherwise, impossible to be balanced. Too many combinations. It's 1 trillion combinations. That's what I think. That's my opinion.
Literally, maybe 1,050,000,000,000 even.
But if we change the game mechanic to like tell you who is gonna Terra or what type everyone's gonna be, if you hover over them, yeah. But I don't know. That's like I don't know. It'd be cool if they could have 2 metas.
Like a Terra ladder or non-Terra ladder. Like how we did it in Sun and Moon where we had the pre-home ladder, which was the real ladder, and then they just did the home ladder where it came out. I remember. I don't know. It's just interesting. I just think that right now we have too many. I'm not even thinking about terrestrializing. Like I'm more so thinking, wow, this mon is crazy naturally. Oh, cool. They gave it a little defense boost, but it's still insane either way. I don't know. I just think that there's time to adapt. I think about the Dynamax metagame, how in the beginning, the first 2 weeks of Dynamax, everything was crazy. You know, things were blowing up. But by the end of it, I was like expecting them to, oh, this is where you Dynamax. Even if you play random battles, right? Now, random battles obviously have specific sets they can use. And there's combinations of moves they can only have. But like, if I'm playing a battle, like, oh yeah, they're going to Dynamax here. And I'm able to expect it. So like, there's, I don't know. There's just, I think some things, if you give it time, things can be... you can develop and you can play around certain things, and that I rather have broken on broken and broken than unfun, in my opinion.
Well, I don't think it's fun to never be able to prepare for what's in front of you.
What I'm saying is that if you give something time, you'll be able to adapt. And
That's
literally,
5 weeks. Five weeks is enough. And by week 5, it'll be banned.
I'm not saying it should be banned yet. I'm just saying I think it's broken. I agree it should be given time to develop. I don't want anything quick banned.
Yeah,
Meta needs at least 2 weeks before we decide. Unless it was like a Darmanitan Galar situation. But there is no Darm G right now.
No, for sure. And it's
even,
fun.
Even Miss Drevis I wouldn't ban for at least 2 weeks. You gotta figure this, like, everything needs to be suspected. Not one thing in this meta to me is quick bannable.
I don't think anything
Even
should be
the
quick
dog is
banned at
not
all.
quick bannable.
I don't think anything should be quick banned.
Now, one thing in my mind is quick bannable. Darmanitan was so clearly like the most unstoppable mon we've ever seen. We have a couple Darmanitans now in this meta. That's what it feels like to me. So,
And they're all fighting each other for the top.
that's what I'm saying. They're all fighting each other. It's like, man, I don't know. To me, it's like everybody needs to get tested, but then you also run into the thing. It's like you ban this guy, now you got a meta without this guy. But what would the meta have been if this?
That's
guy
another.
got beat over
That's
this guy?
that's another thing I want to bring
Now,
up.
what happens when
I
Pokemon
think
Home comes out
I think
and
that if exactly, I think that if terrestrializing gets banned, I do think that we should have periods where we test it back in, because metagames do adapt and metagames do change, and certain Pokemon will be, like you just said, the good example, Home, right? Like I think when Home comes out in spring 2023, whatever, we should have to test that sort of thing, just to see a fair shot, see if is it broken now when we have these moves, it is not. Like,
what's the best interest of the game? What makes the game the most amount of fun? Is it by banning the least amount of shit?
based on
what would be more fun to you? Would you take a half dex ban if it meant Terra was legal?
it's hard to say.
I thought about that today. I was like, would I let everything get banned if it somehow made Terra balanced? That was because that's another thing, right? What if we just removed everything? Of course, this is like a hypothetical, but and what if we end up with a pool of like 200 mons? Because some of these guys are very obviously broken.
I'm telling you.
I just don't think it's possible, because even if you come down to a smaller amount of mons, 150, 200, there's still going to be guys that are clearly the goats with Terra.
And are you trying to say that this will make it? What would I prefer? Like, would this be more fun for me? Or
I have just been trying to wrap my head how to keep this mechanic in the game, and I do not see a possibility.
well, what I don't want it to become, though, like just based on what you're saying. Remember the Clefable meta, the teleport.
This can never be Gen 8.
Literally, ever.
It could
But
none of these moves exist anymore.
agreed.
no
But
move.
in that generation specifically, had we done something about Clefable, which everybody complained about in a sense, that, and you could argue, Wish teleport being uncompetitive with Magic Guard, always healing your mons. Had we done something about that, that generation would have been good, right? Because that's what that got rid of chip damage, that got rid of outplaying to do certain things.
Gen 8, the only thing I wanted banned was Mel. I never cared about Clef that much.
I'm just talking.
It was mad boring, but I never thought it was like broken.
But that's my situation. That's my thing. Like,
Yeah, boring is bad. I agree, boring is bad.
I think boring is bad, and if you want to be the competitive face of, or like the community competitive face.
But shit also has to hit a certain level of competition. If you just get rid of everything that's not fun, then you also start sacrificing the level of competition.
Well, that also
'Cause that's
opens
not
up
what-
something else too. Why can't tournament games have specific rules versus the common people?
Versus all being under the same umbrella?
Yeah.
Sure. So what, you're saying like separate rule sets?
So the way I see
That shit can happen. It's just that the game isn't big enough, I guess, currently for there to be all these different types.
because
of formatted
because you look at
right?
smoke on tournaments, right? And like if something gets banned, you say, okay, you can't use it this week, but it's still allowed on the ladder for like 4 or 5 days because thing
For
get
sure.
tested.
Because it's a different. Yeah, it takes time to update the whole server.
And again, Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon specifically had a pre-home ladder, which I love to play because I could use Mudsdale and Pheromosa and leftovers, Alolan Marowak, versus the Pokemon Home ladder, which had all the broken mons that came out, right? Like, and the pre-home ladder was the real ladder, even though the Pokemon Home one was Torment ladder. Like, we've done that previously until eventually we merged all to Home because Home came out in Sun and Moon. I just think that we could do something like that too. Because I agree with you. It's really hard for me to conceptualize like what we can do to keep this meta enjoyable. And I do think that for a meta game to be good, it needs to be enjoyable. It doesn't have to only be balanced, because balance isn't always equal to fun. I think a meta game
depends on enjoyable.
Let me give you my 2 cents about this.
Go ahead.
The way to balance is to keep the most diversity while cutting the least.
Exactly.
And in my opinion, diversity, like, there's a tiering system. At the top of representing diversity is like literally having more mons. All right. Yeah, like
agreed.
Is important, right? So if I lose Z, I keep the mons. Okay, cool, right? Or if you limit a move like Last Respects, but I keep the mon, great. That preserves diversity. And then so we ban all the one of if booster energy is broken, add it in,
Booster
right?
rather than banning them on.
Yeah, if whatever is broken,
that's what I was kind of thinking too. Like,
there.
you want to keep the most possible.
Yeah, and the thing is, the thing that makes the meta not competitive if we have terrestrialize is that, okay, Joe's like, no, everybody's just gonna have to learn everybody's alternative sets, but so I can lose to some bullshit set, one of like, you know, let's say every mon has 3 sets, 3 possible terrestrialize, so there's 6 mons now. Let's say 4 of them are useful, 2 defensive ones, right? So there's like 12 variations I have to study and know every game, right? And one of them can just beat me straight up. That magnifies the matchup issue, and you know, you can't really outplay some sets.
Yeah, and then but then the meta game develops even more. Like, we have situations where Mega Alakazam was considered the best mon, or Mega Altaria was considered the best mon back in the day, and then it eventually falls off over time.
For sure.
Which is just my situation where I think that letting something develop and letting something...
I'm not arguing for quick ban, but I'm arguing that terrestrialization, I cannot see this mechanic.
That's another thing, because like we knew what the mons would do. This takes away the knowledge aspect. Like, and I'm not saying that like you need to always know what the thing in front of you does, but you can't turn into one of 18 types.
Yeah, you can't do that. Like, I'm not gonna fucking have to memorize 15.
Also, the double stab thing is also like insane, which we're not even talking about. Like, the double stab that these guys get, or triple stab if you change your type, is like, what the heck, you know?
Yeah, I do think the fact that you keep your old stabs is crazy.
Just, oh man, I really don't want this to get banned, but I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I would like them to edit their game, literally, and figure it out. I would like them to edit this mechanic and turn it into Z moves, so you see who is holding the Terra Crystal or whatever. Like, I'm being dead ass. Like, that's the only thing I can think of.
I think that's fine. I don't disagree with that.
What I do think is gonna happen is that eventually they're just gonna figure out that it can't, because they gotta come to a hard decision. Are you gonna ban all of your Paradox Pokemon that are inevitably broken by triple typing, or are you gonna ban the mechanic? And then they're probably just gonna end up banning the mechanic, I think.
Yeah. I think the mechanic ends up getting banned regardless, right?
It's them to take a long time though. That I agree with. I want them to take a long time to decide this. I want this to take at least 6 weeks. At least 6 weeks I want them to take before.
Yeah, maybe. No, that's fair. You know, because I remember we were playing Dynamax and it was pretty fun early on. It's just
last playing with Max, and Max is way more broken than this. That's what I'm saying. I want at least 6 weeks before this even gets banned, and absolutely no quick ban. Has to be a test.
And I'm a voice of reason. I always want mechanics that favor offense, and this mechanic is very beneficial for offense.
It favors offense, and it's good for defense too. It's literally good for defense
too. Yeah, the defense is still heat, and when home comes out, what happened last time home came out? Defense went to the moon again.
You know the number one. You know the number one team. Exactly. The number one team on the ladder was Stall. Literally. Was semi.
I can believe it. Claude is real nice.
Yeah, like it was Claude, Corviknight, Garchomp. I forgot the rest, but I have the team somewhere.
Some pussy hazard stack.
Well,
that's
yeah.
Every team right now is hazard stack.
No, but Stall has hazard stack. Every team is offense hazard stack.
Oh, sorry. It's cool if it's Sash Glamora, but if it's Helmet Chomp, thumbs down. Us using.
Yeah, exactly. Only I can use it.
Insane.
Everybody else is pussy for using it.
Insane. But I'm just saying, like, it's like there's for sure you can use defensive options right now, and they're good. Like, they're not bad.
Yeah.
You think
The
that Roost
defensive
and
options are good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you think
but
that
once people start using double regen again, the defensive options are gonna feel real lackluster with those little ass PPs and no knockoff.
I mean, people are. That's literally what got to the top, though. It's like Pex is on that team. That's on number one.
I know, but I'm saying because right now most teams are offense and they run out of gas. Like if teams start going more balanced and have more regenerate.
This has been a great discussion
It is.
far, with a lot of dissenting opinions. So I like it quite a bit.
I also like that we had an 80 game turn earlier with ice offense or ice semi.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you
man.
know,
You
the 80 turn
You
game.
know what your thumbnail is for this, right?
What?
It's this, and you need to edit. You need to edit this correctly. Show this right now in your vid.
I can't put this
This
as a
is the
thumbnail.
I need to edit this correctly.
I
You need to edit
can't.
this correctly.
I can't put this as the thumbnail.
You need to edit this correctly and put this as a thumbnail and edit this correctly. This is the thumbnail for this vid.
I
It's gotta say
cannot.
what is
Terrestrialize actually overrated? And then you gotta put these. and
I
edit.
cannot. I cannot. I need this to go really well. I need this video to
you
do
gotta
as
say
well.
is mouse hold actually overrated?
No! The fuck? We didn't talk about the mouse.
I know exactly. That's why it's called clickbait.
All right, I think that's a good part to end it though, because we all have our own stances, and we're all willing to listen to each other, and I don't think any of us are.
I'm not willing to listen to either of them. I think terrestrialization is getting banned eventually.
I think it's banned too.
We don't think it's getting banned. I just think
I think it's broken on my own account. Whatever CTC thinks, I don't care what he thinks. I think it's broken.
Yeah, he doesn't care what I think. He's just dick riding whatever
No,
I
I don't
say.
care what he thinks, and also if he thinks the same thing as me, it's because he's dick riding me. And I thought it first. That's
Oh, thank you everybody.
Dick ride my insult to him.
no way, no way.
Thank you everybody for watching.
He should boing boing.
Let me know. Let me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe to me. Subscribe to Blender. We have so much content coming out every single day. I'll see you guys in the next
video
one.
on YouTube right now.
Literally.
Give this a big like.
Make sure you leave a like. Can we get 10,000 likes?
Hey, if I use imprison, Blender wouldn't be able to speak.
All right. Thank you everybody. Goodbye.